Well, hello there, folks. Welcome back to the Whiskey Friend Live. How's it going? 2 weeks in a row. What's going on? I don't know what's happening. I must have too much time in my hands. Wow. Okay. Hopefully, I'm not having the issues I had last week. Hopefully, if you're in the chat, if you let me know if I'm on live and I'm not talking to myself for half an hour like I was last week. So, just dive in, guys, and let me know if I'm on. That'd be super. Yes. We plan, I say that these lives, I'm going to try and have a wee bit of a theme going on with them, whereas in the early days, they were just shenanigans, as we said. It just went on and on and on. So, yeah, so it looks like no Rolex, no sex. Thank you very much, mate. It looks like I'm on. Yeah, we plan tonight. Tonight is all about Benromach. All fantastic. Just before I crack into Benromach, I want to just kind of touch off a wee bit on last one, all about Springbank last week, where I said the little bit about the charity bottle with the 500 10-year-olds that were obviously put out for sale. I thought they missed a trick, where they should have maybe sent all of those 500 bottles to auction and let the scalpers savage each other. So glad to know that this time, Ben, Springbank have kind of maybe taken notice now, because I think there's another 6 bottles coming out, and I think all of those are going to auction, and they're getting auctioned off to the highest bidder. So and all the proceeds, I think this time, are going to the Ukraine charity, which I think is fantastic. So yeah, so big props to Springbank for that. Well done. Yeah, I'm on, all good. Yeah, super, fantastic for that. Having a wee beer, yes, okay. Benromach. Who's got a Benromach in their glass tonight? Dive into the chat and let me know if you're sipping on some Benromach. I have just been sipping a wee bit, getting me ready. I've been dropping his little Aaron quarter cask while I've been sitting preparing to come on. Thinking that should set me up beautifully for tonight. Not a long one planned tonight, guys. I'm off now for 3 days, so you never know. Let's have a look. So let's do a little kind of roll check, see who's in, who's popped in tonight, and give you guys your props. So the Dram Yankee was in nice and early. I think he's travelling in a minute. I think he's hopefully going to catch maybe the later part of the show. So I don't know how late he's planning on getting in. Paul M was in. Guys, it's Paul M's dad's birthday. He's 86. Like he's all to raise your glass to Paul M's dad. Happy birthday, young man. Send some of this down the hatch. Cheers. So Paul M's in for a bit. Let's have a look. Andy C's in. How you doing, Andy? Nice to see you. Nice and early tonight. Neil Bluer. Nice to see you again, Neil. Neil, are we catching up on? Is it Wednesday we're catching up, mate? I've not checked my diary. I think it's pretty soon. Let's have a look. No Rolex, no sex. Mr. Slinger's in. How you doing, Mr. Slinger? Hope you've got a Benromach in your glass. If you have, let us know what you're drinking. Cool Runnings in. How you doing? David Owen, nice to see you, David. Thank you for dropping by, my friend. Oh, there's Andre. Well, I've got that looks like a new name. Is that Niels Raidman? Hello, guys from South Africa. Wow. How you doing, South Africa? The Whiskeyographer's back in again. Benromach 10 for me after a wee Kilkerran 12. Got the Benromach for 31 in Tesco's. So couldn't say no to that. That's who could say no to that? I think everybody should be running down to their local Tesco's if that's the price it is in Tesco's. Wow. I'm not even going to attempt that one, guys. Hey there, just had R10, couple of drams. Nice one. Let's have a look. Oh, Neil's on a good one to start with. Look at that. Drinking Old Pulteney 17. May open up the Benromach single cask 61. Yeah, Wednesday. Cool. No problem, mate. I'll catch up with you before then, mate. I'll drop you a little note beforehand. Mark Slinger's on the Benromach 10 to start. Yeah, I'm sure you've got a few Benromachs there. Don't know if you've caught the side here, but I've got a few Benromachs. Might try and get through a few of these, through as many of these as I can. Where are we? The whiskey. Glenallachie Catch Sound batch 3 for me. Okay. Nice. Werner Lackner, how you doing? Hello from Austria. How's it going in Austria? Maybe that looks like a new name again. Forgive me if it's not Werner. I think that's us pretty much caught up. Yeah, Andy sees. Andy's Paul's just thanking everybody. Yes, so Benromach, guys. What do we know about Benromach? I think it's somewhere it's classed maybe as the secret of Speyside, secret distillery on Speyside. That makes sense. Small little distillery. Let me give you a little bit of info that I picked up on Wiki. I have done a few of these bits on some Benromach videos I've done, particularly the early Benromach videos. I think my first Benromach 10 video I covered a wee bit more of the distillery on that one. But just to refresh it, if anybody's not familiar with Benromach, Benromach was founded in 1898 up there in Speyside. It was founded by Duncan McCallum and F.W. Brickman. And it's currently owned by Gordon MacPhail. I think Gordon MacPhail took it over in 1993. And I think it took them 4 years. I think 4 years they kind of refurbished it and brought it back to good working order. In fact, the design of the distillery was done. This is mind blowing, guys. It was done to allow it, the whole distillery, to be operated by one person. It did say one man on Wiki, but I don't want to kind of get involved. Maybe there's some women in the chat. So it's been able to be operated by one person, which I find is incredible. It has one wash still and one spirit still. I'm not too sure if that's been upgraded because I think they've kind of ramped up their output a little bit now. And in 1998, it was opened by Prince Charles, and it produced its first bottles in 2004. And then just to give you an idea, in the World Whisky Awards in 2014, 10 years later, it won gold medal for the best whisky 12 years and under. So absolutely fantastic. So it's a great little pedigree. Yes, I've got some old bottles here. This is the old bottling. This is a 10. I might crack this one. I might have to crack this open now because I think I've just went to try and find another one and I must have finished it. I must have bottle killed it. But I can't find it anywhere around. So I've got a fresh one here. I've got a couple of bottles. I've got the Benromach single cask. I've got a couple of batch ones here. That's the sherry one. I've got a peat smoke, and I've got the Mr. Slinger might not be happy with this one, but I've got the 10-year-old 100 proof. I won't go into the story with that. Maybe Mark might enlighten you on that one, but yeah, I'm probably going to crack this open tonight, Mark, if that's any good. If that helps you out. So I've got a few, and then I've got a couple of special ones, couple of distillery ones. So yeah, so hopefully it's going to be a decent kind of Benromach night. Let's see, got a few more in. Sandro's in. How you doing, Sandro? Nice to see you, buddy. I don't have any Benromach, so Aaron Bagada will have to do it. Ciao. Need to find yourself some Benromach, Sandro. I don't think it's that difficult to get. Obviously, in global markets, I'm not too sure what it's like around there. I managed to get a Glenallachie 10 batch in this week. Yeah, happy about that. Yeah, some more of it became available this week. Guys, just a quick one. If you're watching on Facebook, unfortunately, I don't get to see your comments on Facebook, so I don't know if you want to flip over onto YouTube, the Whiskey Friend, and join in the conversation that way. If not, I will have a wee look in Facebook in the morning and try and catch up with any bits and bobs on there. Karsten T's in. How you doing, Karsten? Good evening, friends. Good evening to you, sir. Really enjoying the Benromach kind of smokiness lately. Really excited for this stream. Yeah, no, the reason why I did well, obviously, I'm trying to follow on from the Springbank, and I think this was one of the. This could be an alternative to Springbank. I think some people call it. I've heard it called the Springbank of Speyside. Don't know how loosely that term is going around, but I can understand why. I think everything's done the right way. First fill casks, sherry casks, bourbon casks. It has that light smoke in there, so it's got a real nice smoke in the background. Paul's poured a wee dram. Benromach organic. Okay, to be fair, I've not tried that one. Maybe something I might look out for. Let's have a look. The Robinson Brewery near Yarlin is ran by one person. It's all automated. One of the most advanced breweries in the world. Yeah, but I think I read somewhere about the difference with Benromach is that I don't think it is automated. I think the way it's run, there's no computers there. There's nothing that's. I think the only thing they have there, maybe is a phone. I think that's pretty much everything is pretty back how it was done in the old days. So I don't think it's really automated. When I say done by one person, I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that there's no laptops and no kind of electrical side of it. I think there's a real. You'd need to check that out because I'm a wee bit fuzzy at the minute on it, but definitely there's something special about Benromach. Yeah, big. How you doing, Mike? How you doing, Slippy? Slippy works with me, so I thought I'd give him a wee mention. Nice to see you, Mike. Hope you're sipping on some whiskey, mate. Maybe crack open that Glenturret tonight, mate. That might be nice for you. Whiskey Straight Al's in. How you doing, Al? Nice to see you, mate. I hope you're keeping well, buddy. Oh, thanks very much. I'm sure you're looking very well yourself, mate. I hope you've got a nice, maybe you've got a Benromach in your hand. So yeah, let's have a look. Castings, including myself, consider the smoke of Benromach to be associated with the Christmassy spice, really different from the usual medicinal peaty styles. Yeah, it is. It's quite lightly smoked. I'm really interested because I'm going to crack open this peat smoke one. I have reviewed the peat smoke one from a sample, so I'm really looking forward to cracking that open tonight, and I'll get into that. So let me have a wee sip of this. Finish this Aaron off. Oh, I think I've started with a good one, folks. That beautiful tropical note in there as well. Lovely, spicy, punchy. Yeah, now a wee beer to wash it down. Oh, super. Don't start slagging me off with a beer. Whiskey friend Mark may be able to confirm, but I did see a photo of the Benromach distillation computer, which was a board and chalk. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure, guys, that it's so. It's not as if it's all automated and it's all push button this and it's all done. I'm pretty sure it's pretty much all done by hand. And I think it's the Stillman. I think there's the Stillman, and the last I heard, I think there was maybe 2 people running it in a minute, but I know it can be. Originally, it was done back then. It was done by one. Maybe it's done by maybe more than one now. But yeah. So what we're going to crack on? I may as well start with a 10, eh? So what is everybody's thoughts on Benromach? I know a few of you have kind of. Well, there we go. Ricky McCurdy. That's definitely a new name, isn't it? Enjoy your channel. Never had a Benromach, but we'll seek it out soon. Yes, I think Benromach was one of the whiskies that I really got into at the very beginning of my journey, and purely the fact that because of its price, I think it was nicely presented, nice bottles. Yes, these are the old bottles. I will crack one open with a new one later on. I'll try and cover the bottles later on when I get to that kind of segment. But at the minute, yeah, as I started out, it was pretty much price that drove it for me. And it was one of those you could rarely pick it up. Back then, I'm talking maybe £25 to £35, which I thought was incredible. And there was various different versions. Some have been discontinued, and then some new ones have come online. But yeah, and I think it's one of those distilleries. I don't hear anybody maybe saying anything bad or anything off about Benromach. The only thing I'm thinking maybe is that it's still that wee bit under the radar. I'm sure Mr. Slinger's probably cursing me at a minute for maybe bringing this as a live stream, maybe concentrated totally on Benromach, because I know it's up there in Forest, and I'm not too sure. Mark must be pretty close to Benromach because he's up there in Forest too. So it's up there just off pretty near Elgin. It's up there somewhere. Big props to Gordon McPhail for picking this one up and keeping it going. Yes, there's a couple of things we'd want to change. We'd maybe want to see it at 43. We'd want to see it at 46% ABV. But I somehow think it works at 43. I don't really have an issue with it. I love the whole idea of the first fill. Everything at Benromach is pretty much first fill sherry casks or first fill bourbon cask. Maybe ex-bourbon and ex-sherry. So there's a pretty much, yeah, look at that, man. 2 miles from Benromach. So how often do you pop down there, Mark? Do you pop down there? Is it open for visitors at the minute? I don't know if it has a visitor centre or it's not got a visitor centre. What's the situation there at the minute? Training C having a Benromach loving at the moment. Wow, everybody's having a Benromach. Hey, good old Training C. Just a big props to Training C, guys. If you've not checked them out, please check them out. Just the why they have a big reference for me is that Training C were my first ever subscriber on YouTube. Absolutely fantastic. So let's get some Benromach. So yes, this is the old bottling of Benromach. Don't know if you can pick that up there or you can see that. Let's have a look. Maybe back there. Yeah, lovely. I love these old bottles. It's got lots of info on it. Small batch, Benromach small batches. So this is the 10 small batch. I don't know how small batch is. I know they don't produce. I think there was the last time I checked it out. It may have changed since then, but I think they used to produce not that much, 250,000 litres a year, which I don't think was that. It's not a lot, but it's fantastic stuff. Let's see if we can get that pop. Oh, I've had this bottle a while, to be fair. No, I've picked these up, and what I did, I think I bought a case. I think I bought 6 of them at a time because I knew it was. I think I seen it on offer. Lovely, and this is my last bottle of it. So let's get some of that. Let's rinse that glass out. Let's for the glug. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Nice big healthy pour tonight. Yes, lots of info. The classic Speyside single malt whiskey. Yes, it's 43% ABV. I'm not too sure on colour because I don't think Gordon McPhail do much in colouring. So, but it doesn't say on it. It's probably chill filtered. But for me, I don't think this whiskey. I think at the price of this whiskey, 35 pounds, I think, then I'm quite happy. I'm not that bothered with the chill filtering. Yes, would we love it non-coloured, non-chill filtered at 46? Yeah, we'd love it. I don't think it's an issue for me with this. Beautiful colour, that lovely golden. Yeah, I don't know how real it is, but for me, I don't think there's a lot of colour in here. Just a quick one, guys. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you've not subscribed, you know what to do. Just click that subscribe button down below. Yeah, there's Carsten keeping us up to speed. Oh, you guys will keep you right all the time. Benromach is mostly not coloured, but chill filtered. Yeah, no, I don't have an issue with it because it's, as I say, this is my last bottle of a case that I had, and I've went through that no problem. Oh, let's have a look with that one. Andy C. The staff say it's identical, but Ralphie says it's sweeter. Okay. I missed the start of that question there, but I'm maybe talking about new bottles. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Was the packaging only changed, or did the liquid get altered in the refresh? Well, Andy, I'm not too sure at the minute because I've not tried a new 10, to be honest. Maybe somebody, if you have tried the new 10, I know Ralphie's gave his input in it. Hello from California. How you do, Carlos San Diego? Nice he's doing, buddy. What do you think of the Benromach triple distilled? I've only found it and the 10 here so far. I'm not too sure. Triple distilled. This is what I'm saying, guys. There's so much stuff at Benromach. I didn't even know there was a triple distilled, but here we go. He's obviously you're learning something now. I think the difference with the bottling. Let's cover the bottling, guys, while we're on it. Let's not maybe beat around. This is a new bottling, and to be honest, when it came out, I think there was a wee bit of an uproar. I think the Benromach fans went up on their high horse, but that is the new bottling, and that is the old bottling. I must admit, I'm a fan of the old one. I think I much prefer the old one. I think when it comes to rebranding, there's been a couple of disasters done. I think Old Pulteney became a disaster, but I think they changed the spirit as well. Not just I think they left the bottles, but they may have changed and Balblair, I think there was a wee bit of disaster with them as well. I think some people have went off things, just changes that distilleries have made. Glendronach's another one that's been changed with a chill filtering idea. So some decisions get made. I'm not sure if it's always the best. So let's have a wee poll in the chat, guys. What do you think? Which bottles do you prefer? The new one or the old one? This is the peat smoke. See, I have reviewed this one, but I only reviewed it from a sample, so I will crack this tonight. This is what it says on here. Made by hand for genuine character. Wow. And I think everything's small batch. See, this is small batch made with the heavily peated barley. Benromach peat smoke is first fill bourbon barrels. It offers fragrant vanilla notes, which lead to lemon, sherbet, apricot, finishing with smoky bonfire embers. It's 42 ppms, the phenol level. So absolutely fantastic. And the thing with that, there is no age statement on it, but there is a bottled and distilled date. So this is 2000 and distilled 2009 and bottled in 2020. So this could be a 10-year-old or 11-year-old Benromach peat smoke. Handmade at the Benromach distillery. So they're banging all on about this one, guys, to be fair, is natural colouring, non-chill filtered, and it's 46% ABV. So maybe this is a sign of things to come, but wow, absolutely fantastic. So non-coloured, non-chill filtered and non-coloured, and 46% ABV. So we'll look forward to that one later on. But yeah, no, this Benromach 10, absolutely fantastic. Love it. So wonderful. Wow. What's the difference between the old and the new bottled brand 10? Yeah, I think for me, hopefully it's just the bottle that's changed. Yeah, I think that's one there. Let's see what you guys are asking. Yeah, no, Paul prefers the oil. Well, yeah, Paul, you're in the right corner, my friend. I'm the same too. Wayne Jeffers, how you doing, Wayne? Ordering Benromach today. Which better? Cash strength of 15. Wow, you okay? No, that's a good start, that, mate. Cash strength. I've got the batch 1 here, so I might be able to cover that for you later on, just to give you an idea. I think this it's up to maybe batch 4 or 5 at the minute. I think that's where we are. 15. I think I was almost going to buy a 15 today. How you doing, Gav? Nice to see you, buddy. I think I caught you earlier on, but I don't know if I mentioned you or not. Nice to see you, big fella. Hope you're keeping well. How are you on Benromach? You the Benromach man. Gav might be able to answer with this. I tell you what, I tend not to see, guys, a lot of is maybe independent bottles of Benromach. I don't know if anybody's had any independent bottles or seen any independent bottles. I don't think I've came across any, so I was having a wee look today to see if I could find anything, but not really. The old one looks far better. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of them. I don't know why they changed it. But Benromach in my stash on open cast strength batch. Cast strength 2009. So that would be. This is a 2008. This one, so you might have the. That might be the batch 2. That one. Get it open, my friend. Come on, get it open. Yash Desai, how you doing, Yash? I did a side-by-side of the old 10 versus the new months ago and found very little difference, which I put down to simple batch variation more than anything. And I think when they say this is, it's batch variation, so I think, yeah, you might find. But to be honest, all the bottles I've had, guys, nothing's really been any different to me. How you doing? How's it going, Rob? Nice to see you, mate. Need to get my hands on the Benromach, not sold in Pennsylvania. Yeah, I'm not too sure how widely it gets, because it is very, very small batch, so I'm not too sure how it gets in different markets. There's Richie Z. How you doing, Richie? Nice to see you, buddy. How you keeping? Hope you're well. Hope the family's well. Hope everybody's family's well, guys. Not just about Richie Z. Let's have a look. Never seen it in IBs. No, I've never come across it myself. Haven't had this as yet. That will change this week. Getting a bottle ASAP. How you doing, John? Nice to see you, buddy. Got a wee look at Piers Broslinger on there, John. Good looking man, that, eh, Eddie? That John's a good looking guy. Antonio D's in from Portugal. How you doing, Antonio? Nice to see you, buddy. Wow, we're getting a few in tonight. There you go. Whisky Lover Society's in as well, guys. If you've not subscribed to Gerhard, do me a favour, guys. Even if you have to leave and go and sign up to him, go and sub. Doing a cracking job over there. He's putting out some content, man. He must be permanently recording. Yeah, all good. Yeah, no, very, very good, mate. Wow, this is wonderful. This has got a real nice big burst of vanilla, sweet toffee. But at the same time, there's a little bit of spice in there. Mr. Whiskey Shits, nice to see you, buddy. How you doing? Ciao, Gert. Nice to see you. Yeah, no, they're all over Gert now. Whiskey Shits. Yeah, no, this is nice. Vanilla, toffee, spicy. It's got that beautiful malty barley and all. Wow. Super, super nose. A little bit of sherry hints in there as well. Maybe a little bit of dried fruit, maybe. Wow. Nice. And a little tiny, they're not getting that much smoke on the nose. There's a little bit of smoke in the back there, but not much. Try to keep up with the chat tonight, guys. I know sometimes I get carried away and forget all about you guys. This one, Andre, this is lightly smoked. So as I say on the nose at the minute, there's a little bit there in the background, but I'm pretty sure I'll get a wee bit more on the palate. But talking about that, let's send this beauty down the hatch. Wow, such a real nice, even at that 43%, there's a little prickle there as well on the nose, so a little bit of real nice spicy note coming in. Legs, we won't really talk too much about the legs, but yeah, it's not whizzing down the glass. Looks a wee bit oily, a wee bit creamy. But let's send it down, guys, and get some of this tasted. Wow, there it is. There's the smoke. On the first sip of it. Yes, this is a neck pour, guys. So, but the first impressions, you would probably never guess this was 43% ABV. It's luscious. The mouthfeel is beautiful. So if this is chill filtered, they've still captured that essence of a beautiful mouthfeel. It's oily, it's creamy, it's thick, it's luscious, luxurious. And for this being, guys, for this being a 30 to 35 pound bottle of whiskey, it's absolutely incredible. If you've not bought one of these, guys, you need to get out and find some of this stuff. Forget the bottles. Forget the old bottle. Well, I got a few more popped in. DJ Beacon, how you doing, DJ? Sorry I'm late, just in the door. No problem, my friend. You're welcome anytime. Just need to check if you've got any Benromach. Wow. It's shown up here that I've got one person on Facebook watching, so hopefully that's the same person that's watching. But yeah, I'm not too sure who it is, but can't see any comments. How long have you had this bottle? I would probably say I bought these maybe 2 or 3 years ago. See, I got a deal. I managed to pick up 6 of them. I think I got them for I think it worked out about £28. It was roughly the same time as I got a deal on Loman 12 as well, because I managed to pick up 6 of them as well at the same time. I think they were both around about £28 a bottle, which I thought I couldn't resist it. So I picked up 6 of them. And I think this is my last one, to be fair. So over the last 2 or 3 years, I went through 5 of these. I think I've got a little bit left in a bottle somewhere in the house, but I had a quick search tonight and I was through that many bottles. I can't find where it is. But no, this is super. Let's have another sip. Wow, that's so nice. That mouth feels incredible, guys. If this is chill filtered, it doesn't say whether it is or whether it's not, but and it's punchy. That spicy, ginger, peppery, real nice. Malty character. Just such a fantastic whiskey, man. What a great start to the night. I think the Aaron quarter cask set me up beautifully for it. I think I might even have another one of these night before I finish tonight, guys. So, just to let you know, DJ, I'm on the Benromach 10 to start with. I'm going to try a few of them tonight. So I'm going to try and work my way through some of the bottles. And that's pretty much. I think everybody's saying hello to DJ. Yes. So, first fit, the whole point, guys, I think the first fill thing for me is amazing. I don't know if any other distillery does it, where pretty much everything that comes out is first fill sherry or first fill bourbon, first fill sherry and bourbon. It's all pretty much first fill. And I think I'm looking forward to getting to this peaty one later on, but I'll dive into that a wee bit later. Don't know how. Oh, it's heavily peated. This is something that always doesn't wind me up, but I'm not, as everybody knows, and I keep telling everyone, I'm not a peaty lover. I'm not a peat head, should I say. I'm getting more into it. But I've done a few heavily peated now. I've done the Kilkerran heavily peated. I've done the Port Charlotte heavily peated. So I've done a few whiskies that are heavily peated. And I don't know what the term heavily peated means. So maybe somebody can enlighten me. If there's anybody in the chat that can enlighten us to find out what heavily peated is, because I don't find them that heavily peated. I've had other whiskies that are peated and not necessarily heavily peated. Let's finish this one. Oh, this is too good, this. Couple of things coming up tonight, guys. I've got where are we? I've got a super chat to give away from last video. Same idea, guys. If you want to do the same again, another 6 drams of your choice. If you want to super chat tonight, fantastic. I will do this little draw a wee bit later on. See if I can give away a winner. And I will make contact. If you make contact with me, you can actually maybe pick the drams that you want. So anything that I've got open, if you want a dram of it, if you want a couple of drams of it, I'm quite happy to do. So I'll certainly send out 6 beautiful whiskies. All you've got to do is drop me a super chat. No limit, guys. You can do anything you like. Do as much as you want. You can do as little as you like. So yeah, anybody who wants to get into that, then feel free to dive in. All helps me buy more whiskey. Big shout out to the Patreon. I've got a couple of Patreons in tonight, guys. I don't harp on too much about Patreon, but it really helps upgrade the equipment, and it really helps me pick up some of this stuff. It's not the cheapest hobby in the world to keep reviewing maybe 2 whiskies a week, opening bottles left, right, and centre. I think Roy did one about open bottles. I'd hate to. I've not actually done a count of how many open bottles I've got, but pretty much every review I've done maybe for the last 2 years, I've pretty much opened bottles to do it. So I've got a lot of open bottles. I did like what he said about maybe when you open something to review it, and then you maybe find it maybe 5, 6, 7 months later, and you've never went back to it since. It's not a case where I haven't connected with it. It's just the fact that I'm doing that much. I'm reviewing something. So when I come to review something, I maybe spend maybe a week or so with it, trying a few here and there before it gets to review. So every week I'm looking, I'm trying the same sort of thing, maybe 2 bottles at a time over that period of a couple of weeks. So yeah, somebody's on the Glencadam. Glencadam 10 is so good. Yes, Glencadam's one of them for me. It's one of those. There's some whiskies that fall in. I think maybe I've done a video of maybe your top 10 whiskies, and I think Glencadam's in there, Arran's in there, the usual suspects, Springbank 10's in there. This Benromach 10 can easily fit into that kind of that group of whiskies. I've got no problem whatsoever. I remember loving the Benromach 15. Yeah, I think they still do that 15. Edradour 10. They're all on these great Edradours now, eh? I have a Edradour 10 here, maybe, so I might get back to this one later on. Depends how well we get through the Benromach. I might get onto the dark, dirty stuff again. Look at that, man. 10-year-old whiskey. So there's so much. That's the beauty of it. And I think, again, relating back to the last sort of live stream that I done where the FOMO, and I've given up on FOMO. I'm not really that bothered now what comes out. If it comes out and I can pick up a bottle, then I'm happy to do it. If it comes out and I can't get it, then I'm not really that fussed anymore, because there's so much good stuff like this Benromach out there. There's other ones out there. Glencadam's another one. Everybody should pick up as much Glencadam as they can, because they're all right through the range. The 10, the 13, the 15, 18, the 25's nice, but it's a wee bit pricey at 25. Altamore is 125 PT. That does not have a peat blast. Ardbeg is 45. It has a peat blast. Yeah, and exactly, because this one here is 42 ppms, Gav. Looking good for that. The Benromach 15 is quite dirty. I'm hoping that I'll maybe pick up a wee dirty one of these later on. I think this sherry cask is a wee bit dirty as well. So hopefully we all like a dirty whiskey, don't we? Who does? Listen, put your hands up in the chat, guys, if you don't like a dirty whiskey. 8 really didn't like the older Glencadams though. No, I think Glencadam's there. It has a characteristic. It has its, it's kind of, yeah, it's Glencadam, or you've got a rough idea it's Glencadam. There we go. My squid ink in a bottle. Wow, wee man. Whiskey friend for that Edradour. Oh no, don't get me started on the Edradour, man. Don't get me started on that. Look, here we go. Get the 100 proof open. Yeah, well, I think that will I do the 100 proof, or will I go to the cash strength? What do you think? Doesn't really matter, does it? Doesn't really matter. Okay, so Have you told them the story, or do you want me to tell them it? Wow. Okay, let's open this up. So we've got another bottle opening. I think they might have 2 or 3 bottles get opened tonight. Again, the old packaging. Absolutely fantastic. Cardboard. To be fair, even this is quite cool as well, because the lid turns into a little stand for it. It's really cool. Okay, Mr. Slinger. Well, I'm not getting into dirty. Everybody's getting into dirty whiskies now, man. So this one here, what's it saying about this? What's the story on this one? 57% ABV, so we're ranking up the ABV. It's 100 proof, 10-year-old again. Forest, Benromach Distillery in Forest. We make Benromach time-honoured way, so we decided to give the powerful whiskey its old imperial measurement of 100 proof. If anybody was wondering what the 100 proof is, it's an old imperial measurement. So 57. So let's get this one open. Or should I keep Mr. Slinger waiting a wee bit longer? What do you think? Got a feeling this may be a 5 to. Nah, DJ, I don't think it is, mate. Don't think it's going to be that. I don't know if he's wanting to put up with me for that certain length of time. I did let one go there again there. The Texas one ended up over 6 hours, but we were drinking a lot of whiskey that night. But saying that, we have a lot of whiskey here again tonight, so you never know. So let's get this in the glass and see what all the fuss is about. So what's the fuss about with this one, Mr. Slinger? What made you so hard to fight to buy this one, mate? What am I expecting with this? I've never had this 100 proof before, so I'm looking forward to it. I'll just give you a wee rundown on it, guys. Obviously, Mark's been a wee bit shy, but I was sitting down at the weekend looking through one of the auctions, and I managed to come across this. And I thought, yeah, why not? I'll have a wee pop at trying to get it. And I got into a little bit of a not too heavily, but there was a wee bit. I thought I had it in the bag, and then a wee bid came in, and I had to rebid again to get it. And then it turned out I put a wee post out on my whiskey WhatsApp group, and I think Mr. Slinger had been trying to buy it, so I was bidding against Mr. Slinger to get it. So sorry, Mark. If you want me to send you some of it, I'm quite happy to send you some of it. Sure, it'll come up again. What I'll do, Mark, next time I'm on that auction site, I'll give you a wee shout to let you know what I'm chasing, rather than fight each other to get it. So let's get into this one then. Benromach. Lovely. There's that beautiful glug again. Again, that looks really oily as well, man. Cover that up for a wee bit, let that open up. It is neck pour. Wow, that's got to be oily, guys. Colour-wise, there's no lot in the colour. Don't know if that looks a little bit. I think that 100 proof might look a little bit. They look pretty much identical, don't they? Both 10s. Don't see a date on this one. I think this is... I don't think they don't make this anymore, do they? This one's not available anymore. You have to go and get it at auction, don't you? They keep banging on about this handcrafted thing, and I think they're great to do it. Please enjoy the Benromach responsibly. Fantastic. Wow. Okay. Let's have a wee drink. Who's tried the... does Benromach... Oh, no, Soren thinks it's cool. 100 proof is fantastic. Cast strength. Right. Okay. That makes sense, doesn't it? Wow. Yeah, it's discontinued. DJ, man. There's the man. Thank you very much, DJ. What a perfect timing. Want to get the super chats going. Cheers to you all tonight. Cheers, buddy. Thank you very much. All helps, all gets us going. But yeah, what a perfect time. What a fantastic dram to do it to. Such a generous, my friend. Toast to your good health. No, I was going to nose it. Let me have a quick sip of it first, just for you, my friend, and then I'll kind of cover up one. I'll go back a wee bit backwards. I'll do the taste, and then I'll go back to the nose. But wow. There's that 57%. The spiciness, the pepperiness is still there. Beautiful. Beautiful stewed fruits. Lots of stewed. Smokes there now. That bonfire smoke's there. Stewed fruits. Spice. Wow. Oily. Creamy. This is smokier to the 10. But it's that kind of... It's not sooty, it's more kind of distant bonfire smoke. A little bit of dryness. The proof definitely takes this to another level. Wow. And to be fair, I think I picked this up for I think this was £56 with fees, which I don't think is that. That's why I thought it was a steal. I probably would have got it cheaper if it wasn't for Mr. Slinger, man. Wow. Well, Sandro, I'll have a bit till Benromach Chateau sees that comes in that box. Wow. Yeah, that's probably an older, it's the old packaging. So yeah, I think they do lots of stuff like that. Different kind of finishes, and I think it's a fantastic, for me, it's a fantastic little distillery. And I think I keep harping back to it. I think it is the secret of Speyside. I think there's 38 of us in the chat and one on Facebook. I think it's probably worthwhile keeping it that way. I think we'd all rather keep it that way. Oh, there he is. The Dram Yankees popped in. Yeah, Dram Yankees here, I think. Where is he? Just landed. Hi, folks. How is everyone? Yeah, we're all good, Jerry. We're all the better for having you here, my friend. I think somebody asked there about water. I will try a little bit with water just for you, Sandro. But this is the nose. The nose again is lovely, and it's fruity. It's that spicy, but at the same time, it's. I don't know if this makes sense, but it smells a wee bit older. Although they're both 10 years, but it just smells that wee bit more rounder, that wee bit more balanced. The spice is definitely there. It's fruity, bit of sherry notes, raisin, tiny little bit of dried fruit, but it's malty. Absolutely wonderful on the nose. So let's do a little bit of water. Let's see if I can pop some water in it. Let me have a look. See if I've got any handy. Oh my God. Typical, I can't find my little water jug. I might need to do this the old-fashioned way. Let's let that settle for a bit. Those legs are absolutely fantastic on the glass now. They're just clinging to that glass. I don't know if you can pick it up on the camera, but it's so oily and it's so creamy. Absolutely wonderful. So you all Benromach lovers now. Who's been on to their local retailer and buying up some Benromach at the minute? Yes, an older release. If you can't find water, use the beer. No, I'm kind of off the beer now. I've left the beer alone a wee bit now. I might have a wee chaser later on with it. Let me... Yeah, no, you know, it's... I tend not to do much with water, guys. I'm not a fan of water. I know I really should be doing more with it, but if I find it happy enough as it is, I like it that wee bit higher. Don't get me wrong, when I get to some of the high cash strength Lafroigs and stuff like that, I think I need to put some water in that. I think if I remember doing I've only done a couple of videos where I've actually added water. It might only be one video that I've added water to it, and it was that Lafroig cash strength, and that was at 60.9. But I think I put almost as much water in as I had whiskey. That's how much water that needed. Yeah, get down to that cellar, David, and get something opened up, mate. I've got a batch one here, mate. You might be able to join me with it and share one with me. Need a Tesco visit. Yeah, wow, man. Dram Yankee. 15 number. Cast batch 1 and 15 in the cellar. Pop one open, David, and let us know what you think, mate. Leo Chavs popped in. How you doing, Leo? Nice to see you again, buddy. Yeah, there's a big happy face there, eh? So on the nose of this, it makes it a little bit fruitier. Takes a wee bit, excuse me, takes a wee bit of maltiness off the nose, wee bit of malty character. It's a wee bit more fruit. It's, in fact, the water is sending this one. It's giving it a nice little bit of dirty note in the background. Little dirty note, not minging, filthy dirty, but it's just a little bit dirty in there, in the back. It's giving it a wee bit of a kind of funky note. That's probably the word we're looking for. Wee bit of funky. Spice is a wee bit nippier on the nose. There's a wee bit more kind of prinkle on there. But yeah, it's definitely giving it a wee funky. It's got a wee bit of kind of polishy note in there as well. Maybe furniture polish, maybe waxy. Yeah, really, really nice stuff. What an amazing bargain I got with this at 50. I think it's £50 plus fees, so 50. I think 56 I paid for it. Wow. There we go. What is this? We've got some offers coming up. I think the 10 is actually on offer at Tesco's at the moment. I saw it at 31 last week. Wow, man. Everybody's going to be... You know, Tesco's is 24-hour, guys, so if you want to nick off, I'll probably still be here when you get back. Not tonight. Oh, he's not cracking one tonight. No worries, David. Listen, it's your whiskey, mate. You crack it whenever you like, mate. Don't let me force you to open anything up. But if you ever get a chance, mate, don't hold off too late because you might be missing out on something wonderful. Wow. Here we go, another one here. I have an unopened bottle of Benromach cask strength that I'm about to open in a minute. Wow, well, okay, Leo can let us know. I'm gonna do a wee bit of cask strength. I think if I remember right, Mr. Slinger's kept us right in the chat here, Leo. I think this 100 proof was actually replaced by the batches, the cask strength. So yeah, wow, so nice. Let's see how it tastes with the water. Wow. Well, it really, really brings the spice out. Peppery, ginger, maybe even a bit of Szechuan, hot, chili, ginger. The water really makes it. So if you like peppery, gingery, spicy whiskey, then you want to add the water to this. The smoke's definitely there. It's not quite as, I was going to say, there's a wee bit of dry in there now, but I think that's the waxy. It's got a waxy feel. That polish is there as well. I'm saying that I'm polished, but do you taste polish? But it's the waxiness is there, the thickness, the creamy, the buttery. Wow. The stewed fruits, the dried fruits. Super. Wow. What a wonderful night I'm having tonight, eh? 2 good ones down. Where are we going to go? I think we'll go cast strength next, I think. Or we do a side by side, eh? What would that make sense? After all, if this is the one that's replaced it, then it'd only be rude not to, wouldn't it? Let's have a look. Let's do a little side by side then. Let's do these. Wow, that smoke now, it lingers as well. That hangs around, guys. Missed that one, what was that? I had one, it was 43. This was several years ago. I didn't buy it again personally. If you need higher proof, of course, there's their options. Yeah, no, it's. I think this, guys, this is not going to be. I think the Benromach 10. I think the 10. A lot of them are at 43% ABV, but I don't think it sips like 43. I think you could easily mistake it as 46. When you get into this higher stuff now, let me finish this one off. Let's pour these again. So let's do the 100 proof. Highland Hamish has joined us. How you doing, Hamish? How's it going, buddy? Greetings from Inverness. A long shift on the A9 is over. Locked and loaded now with a Benromach Organic. There you go. It's all sorted out. So that's the 100 proof. Let's cover that one up. Whiskey Friend coins. You must know where to get them by now, man. Benromach batch 1. So this is the replacement. So this is 57.9 and the 100 proof is 57. So pretty much no difference on the ABVs. So there we go with that. Wow, look at them bubbles already on there. So got 3 lined up now. If you can see them. Fantastic. Cover that one up. Coin 1 on that one. But yeah, wow. Let's see if it says anything about the. Got a fresh bottle here. This is a new one of the batch 1. I loved it that much. I've just went out and picked another one up. Cast strength. Funnily enough, with the tasting notes on both of these, I think they're pretty much the same tasting notes by the looks of it. Intense and richly complex with sherry kicks, stewed fruits, beeswax polish, vanilla pods, delicate smoke. Funnily enough, it looks as if they've just transferred the same label over to this one, but this one is. Oh no! I tell you what, this is a different batch. Wow, there's something weird, guys. So to tell you how much small batch it is. So this, I don't know if you can make that out, but on the bottom, down here, it's a 2009 batch 1 distilled in 2019. That label looks. Ah, no, I tell a lie what it is. Wow, I've got a batch 1 in 2008, and I've got a batch 1 in 2009. Both cast strength. Wow, that's a weird one, isn't it? One's 57.9 and one's 58.8. So yeah, they are small batch. Wow, wicked. Wow, I've just noticed that. I actually thought I was buying the same bottle again, so it looks like now I've got something else to try even better. So fantastic. So it is pretty much small batch stuff at Benromach, guys, and that's the beauty of it. So yeah, so that's the 100 proof. I've done that one. Let me dive into the batch 1. This is 57.9, a little bit higher. Wow, that's That's different. This is much more dirty straight off. Got that dirty, funky, edgy. Wow, this is. I know now. I know why I bought another one of these. Okay, so the difference with these guys, I think on the nose, I think. All right, I think David's getting off. Just spotted that. Whiskey friend up early tomorrow, so off to bed. Enjoy your Benromach drams. PS. Catch you tomorrow morning. No worries, David. I might still be here, mate, because honestly, I'm having a great time already with this Benromach. So I don't know how long this is going to go. I'd planned to do a couple of hours, but I think it might. We've done an hour already, so I think this might drag on a wee bit because I've still got another maybe. I've technically got 5 other bottles of Benromach to go through. So, wow. We'll just catch up with some who's popped in. You got a few more popped in. They've got Young Gosh, the Benromach I may consider right now from the Augie range is Contrast Peat Smoke 2009. I think that's the one I've got here. I think the Peat Smoke. Yeah, I've got the Peat Smoke 2009. So if you hang fire, my friend, I will get to that one. Michael Woods popped in. How you doing, Michael? Good evening. I've been in the beginning and I've been a filling deeper and don't know how you two-time you. All right. I've missed the beginning, having been with Phil. I realised, I think Phil and Deepa do an early one, don't they? No worries. I'm sure we can, if you've missed anything, Michael, you can pop back in again tomorrow and catch the start of it. Hopefully you can hang around as long as you can tonight and pick up some good tips on Benromach. So yeah, they are different. The 100 proof's a wee bit more, I'd probably say delicate. There's a wee bit of dirty note in there, but the batch 1 now is much more. That's got a much more kind of, it's heading towards, not quite Edredor, but it's heading that road. It's definitely got that nice dirty nose. Workshop. Waxy again. This seems a wee bit more, I know there's only 0.9 of a difference in ABV. This seems a wee bit more kind of delicate on the nose. A wee bit more inviting, a wee bit more engaging. Vanilla, a little bit of toffee, a little bit of fruit, and the spice. But this one it's much more on the nose. It's that more kind of industrial, edgy, dirty, earthy. But at the same time, there's vanilla there. There's a wee bit of toffee there as well. So yeah, they do smell like different batches, but there's a wee bit more. I think there's a wee bit more going on in the batch, the new cask strength ones. Wow. So nice. So let's have a wee sip of this one. Let's see how we do with this. I'm probably going to be scared to put water in this one because that one got a wee bit more dirty when I put water in it. If this gets any dirtier, this is with water. This might be an Edredor with water. Wow. That is so punchy. Beautiful mouthfeel, oily, waxy, buttery, creamy, all of that. I was going to say syrupy. I don't think it's quite syrupy, but wow. It's hot, it's spicy, it's peppery, it's Szechuan, it's all of that chili heat. It's got all that there, but when I'm probably describing this as a really, really hot whiskey, but it's got so much. It's not that off-puttingly hot. It's giving you a kick. So if you like a kick in your whiskey, wow, it lasts forever. It hangs around. That smoke's just the smoke with Benromach for me is beautifully integrated. It doesn't dominate anything. It just fits in wonderfully. It's balanced. It's beautifully put together. But you've got the other things. You've got the vanillas, you've got the toffees, you've got the fruits, you've got the berry fruit, you've got the stewed fruits. At the same time, you've got that nice malty character as well from Benromach. Wow. Maltese pour. Twist my arm, Alan. I might just pour a dram of the Benromach 10 Imperial Proof. Wow. First, however, I need to finish this Glen Scotia Victoria. Wow, man. Wow, wow, wow. I don't know. I think the Glen Scotia Victoriana might set you up beautifully to tackle that 100 proof. Let me know how you get on, my friend. I think got to run. Have a great stream. Cheers to you all. Yes, cheers, Paul, and best wishes to your old fella, mate. Give him my best. Make sure you share something nice with him. Send some nice whiskey down the hatch. Wow. Going to try a little bit of water in this. In fact, let me do this side by side. Wow. Here's the difference. Both fantastic. Let's get that straight off the bat. Both wonderful. Because I've just done that, it may be the fact that I've had a few whiskies now, but that spice just lingers and lingers and lingers, hangs around, and really, really long finishes, guys. So here's the take. Because I've had that such a powerful cask strength, batch one cask strength one, that other one at 57 became so easy to sip. It felt like I was sipping on a 46-year-old whiskey, 46% whiskey. But fantastic flavours. The smoke. Wow. Wow, man. I think I might have found my new favourite distillery of 2022. It's been a while since I've tackled a lot of Ben. I've never done Benromach this way, which I'm very, very thankful for you guys for letting me have the opportunity to tackle it like this. But wow, what a fantastic. Let's book in another Benromach night. When do you want to do another Benromach night? Just pop in the chat and let me know when you want to do another one. I'm happy with next Sunday if you want to do another one next Sunday. It's getting, they are getting, the more you get into these guys, they're getting the dirty notes coming, the funky, dirty, I don't want to say kind of off, it's that kind of cheesy, whether cheesy is the right thing, but it's that kind of off feet, maybe smelly feet, smelly socks, maybe something like that. Wonderful. I know it doesn't smell great on the nose, but it goes in beautifully on the palate. So I'm going to have another wee sip of this. The smoke again is I say it's beautifully put together. It's in there. You know it's smoky, but it's not. There's other things that kind of catch your attention. The smoke's there, the bonfire's there, campfire's there. But the other things are there, the creaminess, the buttery elements, the guys, you would be hard pushed if I was to put these in a blind for somebody and set them up with some non-chill filtered in 46%. I think there are some more whiskies that have been. Well, I don't think these are chill filtered anyway. I'd be surprised if these are not filtered. But with Benromach, I think I could easily slip that 10 in there, and you probably wouldn't know it is being filtered. But yeah, wow, where am I going to go next? Let's catch up here. What have I missed? Maltese into one, so he's done the Victoriana. Yeah, Andre's saying goodnight to Paul. I think there's a few of them. The two current cask strength 2.9s are batch 4 and batch 10. Batch 1, both 11-year-olds. Let me catch that. Cask strength 2009, batch 4. Okay, so I've got a 2008. Oh no, this is 2009. So that 2009, 11. So that seems a wee bit off. No Rolex, no sex. So 2009, and 10. So the 10 would be, yeah, 2021, yeah. So I've got two here. They've both batch ones. So they must all be, I'm presuming they're all batch ones then. Just different batch variations. So I've got 2008 and a 2009, which I don't see any dates to tell us where they are. Well, that's a wee bit confusing, but so I've got 2008 batch one, I've got 2009 batch one. Both have got exactly the same nosing notes on, tasting notes, exactly the same, word for word. The only difference is the ABV, 57.9 and 58.8. Wonderful. Wonderful. I'm looking forward to that one now. Well, I'm not going to open that one tonight now as well, man. So it's just a different batch. So Benromach seems to be, even their 10-year-old is batches. So they've got a batch thing going on. So let's tackle a wee bit more of this. Raymaster. Batches are numbered based on the distillation year rather than the bottling year. The 2009 batch 4 was bottled in 2020. Okay. Wow. Maybe I need to go out and buy some more of these batches now, eh? This has put me right in the mood to go and buy some more. There's another one. Bourbon Neophyte. How you doing, buddy? Cheers, everyone in Las Vegas. You might want to catch up with Jerry, the Dram Yankee. He's in Vegas as well, so have a catch up in the chat. Here we go. The whiskey friend Alan each year has a batch 1, batch 2, etc. All right, okay, no problem. So even I'm learning something tonight. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think that's what that is. That's that one. Every year, 2 releases. Wonderful. Wow. 2 goes at it, eh? Batch strength appear to show distilled date and bottle date appear to be bottled at 11 years. I'm trying to find it on this one. I can't see it on that. I can see it on that one here, the first one. I think. Can I? I don't see any dates on these. Unless it's it's on the bottle. Yeah, it's batched up here. So this one was okay, so this one here was bottled on the 29th of May 2019. So this is a 2019 one. So I'd imagine that's a 10-year-old, that one. This new one I've got here. And then this one here was, let's see if I can find it on here. Yeah, this is the 15th of January 2019. And that was a 2008. So that looks like an 11-year-old, and this looks like a 10-year-old. So it looks like 10 and 11. So yeah, that makes sense. So let's have another wee sip. Where am I going to go first? Yeah, everybody's saying hi. Here we go. How much smoke in the one that you has had compared to well-known peaty whiskies, please? Yeah, no, I think the smoke in Benromach it's there, but it's not. It doesn't jump out at you. It's there. It's beautifully integrated, and I think yes, once you get sometimes on the nose, you might just find it in the back. It's one of those that sits in the back of that, and other things are jumping out. I think the sherry notes, the bourbon notes, that little funky. The first thing you nose on it, Karsten, is the wee bit of funk that's going on here. So I can understand now why this is called the Springbank of Speyside. It's got. I didn't realise the 10 for me isn't that funky. The 10 is just a nice, easy sipping 10-year-old whiskey. A little bit of smoke, a little bit of everything, a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of toffee, wee hints of dried fruits. But now I'm into the cask strengths and the 100 proofs. Now you can find it's gone a little bit funky. Is Benromach? No. It's not like Bowmore. It's much, much better than Bowmore, Andre. Wash your mouth out. Never ever say Bowmore again on here. Only joking, buddy. I've only been drinking whiskey for a couple of years, but I've been surrounded with good whiskey growing up. So I was lucky that Benromach was one of my first bottles I tried. Yeah, no, it's fantastic stuff, Callum. Good to have you in, buddy. Nice to see you, mate. Thanks, thank you. And yeah, if you're looking, I wouldn't say Benromach, if you're looking for smoky whiskies, this might come a wee bit more prevalent when we get to the peat smoke. So we've got some smoky ones coming out. I think this contrast range, I think there's a few different bottles. I think there's the contrast, I think there's a sherry one, I think there's a peaty, there's different types of contrast whiskies now. And I think the reason why I think they've upped their output is because there's more stuff coming out now. So there's different kind of, we've not even got into any finishes yet. I think there's a few finished ones out there. Oh, here we go. This is what I like. Sandro. Sandro's all over it. If you're tasting blind, would you know you are tasting a Speyside whiskey? It seems to be special because it's, yeah, okay. Here's what I think with Speyside. I think you're looking at kind of fruity, sometimes even some Highland whiskey. I think Speyside and Highland are kind of very, very similar. The fruity stuff's there. The Speyside, for me, I think is a wee bit more floral. Light, fruity, easy going. But I think when you compare it to this, for me is a Speyside. And the reason why I think they compare it to Springbank is that little bit of smoke, that little bit of funk. Now I'm finding the funk on the cask strength and the 100 proof. This smells like if you put this in a lineup with a Springbank, maybe a Springbank 10, Springbank 12, cask strength, then it might throw you a little bit. Richie's a man after my own heart. Look, wouldn't touch that Bowmore with a bard's pole. Yeah, no. What I'm saying, listen, guys, don't let me diss Bowmore, right? Bowmore. I think if you can find independent bottlers of Bowmore, I don't know if Gav's still in. Gav might have had an independent bottler of. Gav's your independent bottler, guys. If you want any info on independent bottlers, go and check out Gav's Drams, guys. Guys, if you've not checked out Gav, give him some love, give him a subscription, give him whatever. But he's a wee bit an expert on indie bottles. I think he's probably the one out there on YouTube who kind of specialises on independent bottles. So if you're into indies, go and check out Gav. Gav, I don't know if he's still in, but he might be. This might be past his bedtime. So if he's still in, then Gav might kind of enlighten us on Bowmore. But I think if I was going to buy a Bowmore, it would definitely be an independent bottle of Bowmore. Oh, these are so good, man. As they're opening up in the glass, guys, they're just getting more funkier and they're getting more kind of off note, that kind of earthy outdoor kind of the funk's kicking in. Let me down these two guys, and then I'll dive in and I'll do this little super chat draw from the last one. So I don't know if everybody's in that was here. There's a few that are in. There's a few that are. I don't know if the guys are still in, but let's check it out. Let's have a sip. This is 100 proof. Yeah, Gav's still there, look. Who said it was Basty's bedtime? Guys, I don't mind if you want to leave the chat and go and check out Gav and give him a quick sub. Happy days. Oh, wow, that's nice. It's now that you're really getting into this. This is maybe a good 10-15 minutes in the glass now. It's a wee bit more smokier on the finish now. It's got a really, really smoky finish. Wow. There's some chatting going on here, aren't there? Yeah, oh, let's have a look. Sandro Fazzari, yeah. Wow. Sandro is the man. Sandro, anybody wants any info on Italy, man, just drop Sandro a note. I'm sure he'll sort you out with a nice trip around Rimini and Tuscany and all that kind of stuff. Not too sure. Where are you in Italy now, Sandro? Are you in Milan or something, or what do you think about the value of the cash strength at 59? I think it's a price point where cash strength. I'll be honest now. You're picking up some new whiskies, and I don't want to bang on and name anybody. There's some new distilleries that are hitting that 3-year-old whiskey around about 50 quid, 60 quid, coming out at that price. I think this is looking at 10-year-old, 11-year-old cask strength, and I think at 59 quid, I don't think I've paid 59 for this. I think I bought these for less than 59. I think I bought one in Edinburgh for 55, and I think Justin got me one in down south somewhere, Dorset or something like that, and they picked it up for about maybe 55, I think. So I don't think I've paid as much as 59 for it, but I'd pay 59 for it easily. I'd pay 65 for it, and I think though a Freud cash strength, I think you're looking around about the 70 quid for that mark. Yeah, it's different whiskey, but I think cash strength at that kind of 55 quid. I think the Bodega, the cash strength is 55. I think the quarter cask is about 55. I think there's some cash strength whiskies out there. This falls into that fantastic category of cash strength whiskies that's not going to break the bank. You're not going to get ripped off. Gordon MacPhail and Benromach are not here to rip you off. They're just wanting value for money. And I think as long as we can keep these around the 50 to 60 pound bracket, then I'd love it. I'd keep buying them. I'd love to buy them. Yeah, Gav, Richie's just subbed up to you, mate. You got a new one there. Oh, he's in Milan. Look at that, man. I bet he's a bit here. I'm just visualizing Sandro. I can see him with his, he's kind of his fashion gear on, his little shorts and his nice tight t-shirt and all that kind of stuff. So, oh yeah, Sandro's subbed. Yeah, you've got a few guys, Gav, who are all over you, mate. So, okay, here we go. What Benromach would you recommend to someone that has not tried it before? I'd easily start with a 10, Callum. Buy the 10. It's not going to break the bank. You'll probably pick it up 30 to 35 pounds. I'm not too sure where you are, Carl. Are you in the States? Are you here? I'm not. Whereabouts are you, Carl? What market are you in? What advice by Benromach to someone who's not a peathead? Andre, I would certainly let's do the peat one later on and see how much peat's in that. But at the minute, if you're not a peathead, I'm not a peathead either, mate, but I would easily buy all of these over and over. Only cash strengths, eh? How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you in. Cash strength. It's all about cash strength, isn't it? Well, we're fun enough. I've got a couple of cash strengths on the go here. Wow, man. This is, folks, the longer you... What I would recommend now, this is just something I've realised tonight. If you're buying this Benromach cask strength, then I would pour it and leave it for 20 minutes. Because then all the goodness comes, don't get me wrong, guys, I think the 1-0 proof was a neck pour or a second pour, but they are all good, buddy. I'm not too sure which one of you are, which one of the cask strength have we got in tonight. Just guys, if you've not checked out cask strength, again, dive over to YouTube, type in cask strength, and I'm sure you'll find some fantastic stuff. They tend to do fantastic late night live streams, some wacky lives. So yeah, no, check them out. How you doing, Darren? Nice to see you, mate. No, don't worry, mate. You're not too late. We've probably got 5 or 6 hours left tonight, mate. So don't worry about it too much. Yeah, Darren's local. I've just caught with Darren. He's now local. He's a Bolton lad, so he's just thanks for that link tonight, guys. I think some of the guys in the chat appreciated that. They've picked up that periodical. Darren popped a little link into our WhatsApp group tonight about the periodical. I don't know if if you've checked my latest review. This is fantastic. I think there's still a few. Darren might want to pop the link into the chat, but if you want to pick up some of these guys, I think there's still a few left. I love this so much that I've picked up another one. Quirky little medicine bottles, man. Loch Lomond, 14-year-old crofting gear. So it's the peated Loch Lomond 14-year-old. Absolutely fantastic. Again, under 45, 50 pounds. So super. Loved it. What's Rob saying? Seeing the Benromach cash strength for $69 on some of the UK sites, or more likely pull the trigger. Yeah, but can you get them? I think you're going to pay a load of shipping, Rob. I don't know if Benromach. But when I talk to some of the guys in the States, they tell me that things like Glencadam is bottom shelf over there. Bottom shelf of the States. So I don't know if it's worth your while having a wee scour around the bottom shelves in your whiskey shops over there in the States, guys. Because if Glencadam's down there, there's no way that Glencadam is a bottom shelf whiskey. And I think you can pick up there for like $40, $50. I don't think it's as much as that, which is a real steal. And what I would say, Rob, if you can find a Glencadam 10 on your bottom shelf, snap it up, mate. Just a quick one. I know I was on Marty's live stream the other night, and that there's two Edredeurs there. The silver tin Edredeurs. Those are the cast strength ones like these. Just to get sorry, I'm just detracting me a bit, but Rob, this is what they look like, mate. Look, they're as black as Coca-Cola. 10-year-old, dirty sherry, incredible whiskies, man. The other one in the orange tin, that's the 10-year-old Edredeur. That's the entry-level Edredeur. And it's bottled at 40 proof. So that's your 80 proof over there in the States, right? But it's a fantastic little whiskey for that 80 proof. By no means is it tastes like an 80 proof whiskey. So if you want to pick up a couple of them guys, then dive into them. Just trying to catch a bit of chat going on here, guys. So I'm drinking SMWS Ben Nevis, very nice. So Ben Nevis you're right now. You're going to the dirty whiskey. That's the dirty up there with the Edredeurs. That seems Benromach ultimately is now heading to get the 15-year-old. No, I think they've already got a 15-year-old casting. I think they've been around since 1990. What did I say? 90. Where's my notes? They started bottling in 1998. So yeah, no, 2004. So they've been around since 2004. So they must have some older stuff. There's where we got now. Top shelf. Glen Adson would be on my bottom shelf. You have to be awkward, don't you? You always have to steam in with them big boots on and just knock everybody's thunder. How you doing? I'm hoping that must be Dustin, because Mike wouldn't come in like that. Mike's much more friendly than that. Mike's like a Glencadam 10. He's lovely and fruity and friendly. Dustin is like a Lafroy cash strength batch. They're batch 12. Real hardcore stuff. Nice to have you in, Dustin. How you doing, buddy? Best alternative, Springbank, Benromach, also Ben Nevis, Glen Scotia. You're right. Yeah, those are in the kind of ballpark you're looking at. I'd add Springbank to that as well, but yeah, I know it. Well, Springbank's there. Yeah, I can see it now. But it's so hard to get the Springbanks now. So your Benromachs, your Ben Nevis, Glen Scotia, bang on, absolutely fantastic with that. Watch batch of the SV Edredeur you got. Batch 52 dark as night. I think they're all dark casting. I think this one I've got here is distilled in 2010. Nothing on there. Let's have a look at the bottle. So this was distilled on the 10th of November 2010 and bottled on the 9th of February 2021. Cask number 385 and bottle number 185. But yeah, it's black as Coca-Cola. 46% proof. Absolutely fantastic. Nice, dirty sherry dram. Fantastic. I might finish the night off with one of them. Yeah, what's the we're looking at? Yeah, but Mike keeps our big 20-something bottles on the floor. They don't even make his shelf by Mike flexes and does it harder. Oh, man. Okay, super. Nice to see you, Dustin. Yeah, let's finish this off. I'm going to just do this little super chat draw in a sec, guys. Let's get this out of the way. Oh, they're so good, man. So good. The smoke now is much more prominent, and the spice. It's the two key notes is it might sound like the balance is off, but it's creamy, it's malty, it's smooth. What I know we don't like the word smooth, but it is smooth. Luxurious is probably the word. Luxurious, but then the finish is smoky and spicy on the finish. All through the development, is the fruits are there, the malt's there, the little bit of cereal notes, the kind of outdoors, distant bonfires in there. But when you get into the finish, it finishes big with spice and smoke. Absolutely fantastic. So, where are we going next, guys? Where am I going next? Am I doing an Edredor? Am I sticking on Benromach? Who wants to see me open the peat smoke? First fill. Everything's first fill, guys. Absolutely incredible. Here we go. Here's some of the notes on the back of this. The chief medical... Let me get my steam. I need a wee steam. I've got a wee steampunker now, guys. Look. Wonder where I learned that from. The UK Chief Medical Officer recommends adults do not regularly drink more than 14 units per week. Wow. Please simply enjoy Benromach responsibly. Absolutely. Just as well, only do one of these every, I don't know, every couple of months in a minute, innit? Yeah. Let's have a look. Let's catch up with some of you guys on here. Just a quick visit to show support, but I have to abandon now. You took your advice and purchased the periodical 14 Loch Lomond. Michael, just a quick one from me, my friend. If you do not like that periodical, drop me an email and I'll buy it off you. Loch Lomond also a single malt, so Scotland, Glencadam 10. Wow. Fantastic. There we go, eh? Okay, what we got here with Rob? Daniel H sent me a sample of the 11-year-old Oloroso 59 and 7.9 Edredor that I haven't tried. It's going into the glass next. Yeah. Rob, let me know what you think of that one, mate. You'll love it. Is it nice and dark? I take it it's nice and dark, man. Oloroso sherry, 11 years it'll be dark. Yeah, peat smoke. Oh no, Andre wants the Edredor peat smoke. Yeah, we're going with the peat smoke, guys. Let me crack this open. In fact, let me do the super chat draw first, right? And let's get this out of the way, man. Let me get this. I'm going to send some nice stuff to someone. So let's see who we're going to send them to. So I've got a list here, guys. I've got 10 names on the list. See if I can get my friend to kind of help me out here. Give me a number between 1 and 10.
Here's a random number, 4.
Number 4, guys. Oh, wow. I don't think he's in tonight. And I think it's gone to the States. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure it's gone to the States. So, yeah. Just to give you an idea, guys, number 4 is Bill Monteith. How you doing, Bill? So, Hopefully, if you catch this on the replay, Bill, send me your details, mate, and I'll get a nice. We'll figure out what you want me to send you. And we'll get that organised. I'll get that off to you in the States, mate. Get that sent out. Guys, if you want to dive into the next one, you know what to do. Just hit that super chat down below. Gav's drams all over it. Have to go. Take care. Yeah, there's Gav's bedtime. That's his bedtime now. I don't know whether it's the peat smoke. He's not interested in the peat smoke, but yeah. Good night, Gav. I was going to toast something there, Gav, but I've drunk them both, mate. So let's get rid of them. I'll bring this one back. Whiskey friend glasses, guys. You want to pick any of them up? You know where I am. I'll drop. There's links in the bottom of all my videos, guys. We want to pick up some whiskey friend glasses and coins. No many coins left now, guys. I'm surprised how quick these have gone. So, yeah. Big congrats to Bill Monteith. But let's crack another Benromach open. Wow. Got too many bottles open now, haven't I? So this is the peat smoke. I have reviewed this one, but purposely, guys, I haven't went back and had a look at the review because I did it from a sample. So I've never ever scored this one. So I might actually now, once I open this up and I share it with you. Wow. Oh, this is... And funny enough, guys, on that there, you think it'd be peat smoke, heavily peated. You think you get peat, but it's fruit you get. It's the first thing you get on that. But let's get a bit of glug. My, we're having some glug tonight. And there's what a difference, guys, what natural colour looks like. So I'm pretty sure now that the others are not natural colour. So I'm going to pour. This is purely just to show you guys. It's not about having another dram, but you know what I mean. Just to show you the difference. So this is the... This might actually get bottle killed tonight, the way things are going. So this one now, to give you an idea, look, here we go, guys. That one here is the natural colour. And there is the... And I think this is 10 years old as well, if I'm not mistaken. So 2009 to... This could be 10 or 11. So they're running about the same sort of age. But that's what natural colour looks like. Cool, eh? Nice and light and no messing around. So let that open up for a bit because I think I've got a couple of... I actually did quite well by pouring this because I think I've had a couple of super chats in. So thank you very much, Neil. See you Wednesday. Fantastic, mate. I'll let you buy me another dram on Wednesday. Yeah, I've got some glasses for you and I've got some whiskey coming your way as well. So listen, let me know, Neil. Drop me an email if there's anything that you want to try or anything you've seen that I've got that you want to. I'll pour them up for you and put them in some bottles for you, mate. I've been drinking fantastic rye this week. Simona Sherrywood rye. Never heard of that one. Who's is that? Is that Simona? Is that the distillery? I like a bit of rye myself. I like that kind of spicy, spicy, spearminty, minty kind of flavours from rye. I like a good rye, to be fair. Oh, there we go. Thought you were getting off, Michael. Wow, I knew you loved it. If Alan loves it, then we need to listen. How you doing, Michael? I thought you got off earlier, Michael. You back on again? Nice to have you in again, buddy. There we go. All natural colour. See, it doesn't say anything. I want to hear about colour, you know. I was pretty sure that Gordon Meat failed on colour. But it just amazes me, Mark, that it doesn't say anything on here on any of them. Whether the new bottles say it, I'm not too sure. But this is the only one that said natural colour. So if they're all natural colour, then guys, happy days. Neil, cheers, mate. Wee bit of kind of Benromach cast strength going down the hatch again, mate. Wow. It's spice and funk, and that funky note is wonderful now. The smoke's there. Smoke's becoming more prominent the more I get into it. It's more noticeable now. Wow. But this definitely says natural colour, non-chill filtered, 46% ABV. Justin Quinn, how you doing, Justin? Nice to see you, buddy. Where are you from, Justin? You look like a new name, mate. If you're not a new name, please forgive me. Having the same Benromach Peat Smoke 2008 at the moment. For me, it's lovely, tropical, fruity lick. Peat weaving in and out beautifully. So this is the thing what I'm saying. This is supposed to be heavily peated. So I'm thinking you're going to get loads of smoke, loads of soot, loads of bonfire, all that kind of smoky, peaty, smoky elements. But I'm reserving my judgment. But according to Yash, there's some tropical, beautiful. Yeah, Simona Distilling Company. I've not heard of them, but I'm sure if there's anything worth sending me, I'm sure the Dram Yankee will hook me up with something from the Simona Distilling Company. Or he'll give us some info on the Simona Distilling Company if Jerry's still in. I don't know if he's been travelling, he's feeling a bit worse for wear, and he's headed back to bed. They started putting the colour statement on the new bottlings. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. No, I know some of them, there's some bottles that I've done that don't mention colour and chill filtering. I don't think Ardbeg say that it's non-chill filtered and natural colour. I think they might say non-chill filtered. I think the Ardbeg 10 even says that it's nothing about colouring. And I'm pretty sure that some of them always do. I'm surprised because I should have known better. I know Gordon MacPhail don't colour. Do they chill filter, Mark? Is it all chill filter? The new bottles all state natural colour, the old ones don't. Okay, cool. We've learned something else tonight then, eh? Do you consider Benromach to be an all day Sandy, all day long, man? I think I'm getting into the camp where it's the Springbank of Speyside. That should have put that on her. If a reviewer, Bowmore, excuse me, Bowmore. If a reviewer Benromach should have titled it the Springbank of Speyside. I think I'd get some licks on that, eh? Some clicks. Alan, do you know the Edgedoor 10 straight from the cask? Yes, I've tried it. I've never bought a bottle of it, but it's like typical Edgedoor. I think anything that 10-year-old onwards, they're as black as Coca-Cola. They're as dirty as, what's the word I'm looking for? What can I associate with dirty? It's got all those. It's got puke. It's got diesel. It's got engine oil. It's got wood workshop. It's got all sorts of stuff going on. But no, if you can get it straight from the cask, then great. They're absolutely fantastic. And I think at Edgedoor they use fantastic casks. Cask strengths, says Alan. I don't know what's. It helps me spell my name properly, man. Take that one of them L's out. There's only one L in it. Not that I'm offended. Thanks for the info. Yeah, no, cool. No, I'm saying me colour wise. It's the chill. I'm sure it's the chill filtering. I think they probably still chill filter the 10. Once you get to the cask strengths, I'm pretty sure they don't chill filter that. Edredure heavy sherry bottles are for me at the one level. Michael Curvier overaged. I'm not too sure on that one, mate. That's kind of both lovely. Yeah. Listen, I'm pretty sure I'm maybe getting into a routine now of doing a Benromach night. I've done a Springbank night. I've done a Glen Scotia night. I might do another. I've done a Campbelltown night. Nothing to say there won't be an Edredure night. I'd love to do an Edredure night one of these times. Yeah, but if you ever, I don't know, again, you're in the States, guys, so I'm not too sure how much Edredure's about over there. But I know Marty was in, where's Marty? Did you say puke? I did say puke because I think I've discovered a note. And if you've watched, Sandro, if you've watched a lot of my videos, but if you've watched the Glen Scotia 11 sherry cask video, then I've got a definite baby puke note in that. It's in the nose, but it's not in the palate. It tastes fantastic. And I got shot down a little bit. Some guy I can't remember the guy's name that I won't mention him anyway. But some guy contacted me and said, a guy of your experience or you've been nominated in the Aussies as one of the guys who are on the panel, and to mention such a note as baby puke, he found it outrageous. All I did reply to that guy said, listen, all I can do is what I find is what I find. If I find baby puke in it, then baby puke's getting mentioned. It's the only whiskey I've ever found it in. And it's not there in the nose. Yeah, oh yes, baby puke. I remember now. Yeah. That's the one. It's not that popular in the UK as it's in Germany. Yeah, no, there's Doc. How you doing, Doc? Nice to see you, mate. Keeping us all right, keeping us up to date. How you fixed with Benromach, Doc? What's your thoughts on Benromach? Love to know your thoughts. Always love to know the Doc's thoughts, man. So I'm just going to finish this. May as well finish this cast strength off. Wow, so nice. Sandy, I'm in Manchester. Whenever I tend to visit Glasgow, I do tend to... Oh, there's the Doc, man. Whenever I do tend to visit Glasgow, I do pay a visit. I'd like to get there a wee bit more often. I was going to plan... I've got 2 or 3 days off now. So I was going to plan to get in my car early doors tomorrow morning and drive. I wanted to pay a visit to Campbelltown. I wanted to do the drive. I think the Dram Yankee wants to hit Campbelltown, so I wanted to do a wee bit of recon, drive up, check it out, spend the night there. But I think the way this Benromach stream's going, I don't think I'm going to make the early. I was going to set off maybe 4 or 5 in the morning, get there for about lunchtime. I don't think that's going to happen now. But yeah, no, Doc loves the Benromach. Oh, I've got a couple of German guys getting into each other now. But a German bro, what's the word I'm looking for? A bro fest. It's an unusual, affordable, and complex Speysider, not owned by a big company. No, you're right, Doc. I think it gives you enough complexity. I think the secret for me, and I think what I'm finding the more I get into Benromach, is it has that Springbank thing. It has that wee bit of funk, particularly when you get into the higher ABVs. You're getting that funky element. So you're getting there's no many. I don't think there's many Speysiders that give you that funky element. I think there's a couple of Highlanders. I think Edredure give you a wee bit of funkiness. I think Ben Nevis give you a wee bit of funkiness. But I think the Speysiders go. I don't think there's many Speysiders that give you that wee bit of funk, if that's the word I'm looking for. Here we go. Sorry, Sandy. What the hell are you doing in Manchester with an accent like that? Yeah, Sandy, I'll give you the short story, mate. I came down in 1990, predominantly to sort a couple of shops out. I used to manage some shops. I used to go down and I predominantly wanted to sort some of them out. I planned to spend a year at the same time as the 1990 World Cup. I came smack down in the Italia 90. I thought I'll come down, sort some shops out, take in Italia 90 down south, and check out what the women were like in England, spend a year and go back. I haven't gone back since, mate, so it gives you an idea. I enjoyed it all. Glen Glasgow. Yeah, I've done, I'll be honest, I've not bought any Glen Glasgow. I've had a couple of beautiful samples. I think the Dram Yankee sent me a fantastic, I think it was an 8 or a 9-year-old Glen Glasgow, dark as hell, sherry monster. But it's one of those distilleries that I've not found my way there yet, and I think it's a journey. You can't cover them all, and I think sometimes when you do YouTube, I think everybody expects you to have drunk everything, and I haven't. There's a few distilleries I'd love to get onto. Ben Nevis, I've done a few Ben Nevises now this year. Edredores, I'm all over Edredore. A couple of years ago, it was all about Glendronach. Last year, it was all about Glenallachie. Glen Scotia last year. I'm working my way through these distilleries. Benromach have been on my shelf for a long, long time. And there's so much to do. And that's why I think, just to give you an idea, guys, with the FOMO, don't get hooked up in FOMO. There's so much whiskey out there. If you can't buy a Springbank, go and buy a Benromach. If you you don't want to buy a Glendronach, go and buy a Glenallachie. There's so much out there. Wonderful stuff. I think McCallan's right into his German thing now. Here we go. Do you know the Benromach Red Door Gin? 45. I've never ever heard of it, Andre. I'm not a gin drinker, to be fair. I don't drink gin. I've got a mate who drinks gin, but he's probably not heard of that. He's probably one of them. He drinks the kind of regular gins. Anybody coming to Limburg? Yeah. Doc, when is it? Besides me. Just pop some dates in when it is, Doc. And I don't know if... Listen, if I'm able to get over, then I might have a check it out. But I've got so much planned. I've got... I say I was going to have a wee trip up to Campbelltown tomorrow, but I don't think that's going to happen. I've got no more holidays to take until April, the end of April, into May now. I've got the Dram Yankee coming over in July, so I think I might do a wee week with the Dram Yankee driving around Scotland. So anybody that's anywhere recommended where I should try out, then give me a shout. We'll try my best to get there. How you doing, Greg? Nice to see you, buddy. Fantastic, buddy. How's it keeping, mate? Okay, let's get into this peated one, man. 2 weeks, man. Oh, I don't think I'm going to make that, Doc. Matt Chazoo, that's definitely a new name. How you doing, buddy? Where you from, mate? Just drop in where you're from. Let us know what you're drinking. Have you tried Benromach? Have you ever tried it? Have you not tried it? 23rd, 24th. Nah, I think it's off, Don. Doc, can the unjabbed get into Germany? Bigger Anderson, man. How you doing, mate? It's been a while. How you keeping? What you drinking? What's your thoughts on Benromach? No, you're kidding me on, man. So they are work at DFS as well, man. Where do you work at DFS? It looks like we work for the same company. Yeah. Tell me where you work, mate. And I tell you what I'll do. I'll send you a little care package, mate. I'll send something to you. tell you what I'm going to do. Let me pop an email in here. Let me get rid of this super chat slink. If you can have a look here. I've got an email address on here. I'll tell you what, email me at my DFS. It's, well, no, tell you, do this email address. alanwilson15@sky.com, or change it to alanwilson@dfs.co.uk. You get me on there, mate. I'll send you a little care package, pal. Let me know where you work. Be interested to know what part of town you're in. Where are we? I've just messed that right up. Yeah, Cooper. Let's go back to the chat. Okay, so this peat smoke's been sitting here for a while now. As I say, I purposely didn't go back. I have reviewed this as a sample, so I've not been anywhere near it. I've not looked at it, I've not looked back. Oh, that's an old one, man. Fucking hell, man. He works in the same shop as me, man. I just didn't realise the second part. How you doing, Matt? Nice to see you, mate. Thanks for dropping in. If you want some whiskies, mate, I'll just bring them into the shop and give you some whiskey to try. Thanks for dropping in, pal. Wow, small world, eh? No, that's from that. It's direct furniture, Sandro. Direct furniture store. So it's nothing amazing. 12 accurate bar fires were coming to Limburg over Europe. From all of Europe. No, it's great, man. It's just, there's so much talk, there's so much going on. It's one of these. I've just been announced that they're going to. Guys are looking now about the next Glasgow festival, which is the tickets are going on sale with that now for May. The calendar's getting really, really busy. With wow, this is meant to be heavily peated again. It's one of those where it's not. The peat's not the first thing you pick up. It's there. The peat's there. This doesn't smell as spicy on the nose either. And this is 46% natural colour, non-chill filtered. Wow. This is, it smells like you know, the peat's there, but it's not the dominant thing. It's sweet peat. Wow. Spices there again. There's a little prickle, but not like the cast strength one. They say this is 46%, so there's still the 43 even gave you a little prickle. So it seems to be a characteristic of Benromach. There's a little prickle going on in there. But this is a little bit woody, maybe some sandalwood, maybe some workshop. You walked into a workshop, you get that wood note. If you've been into B&Q or something like that, they've just cut some wood. It's got that fresh cut wood smell, but there's still a little bit of funkiness going on, guys. I think this is definitely why the Springbank thing's there. There's definitely some funk going on here. Yeah, no, Sandro, give me a chance, man. I've just nosed it, man. Give me a chance. I'm gonna nose it. I'll have a wee sip, and yes, I'll add a wee bit of water to it. These Italians, man, you can't, you know, they're impatient, aren't they? Yeah, and I'm thinking if it's anything like the other Benromachs, I think if I add some water to it, if it's true to fact, I think it'll become more peaty, smoky, and spicy. We all stay in Frankfurt as the hotels are in around Limburg are booked about 3 years in advance. Wow, it's a wee bit of trek into Limburg. Picked up a 2021 Longmorn 16 at store I frequent. Curious to get your opinion of Longmorn and if you have tried the bottle I purchased. I think I have reviewed, Greg, I've reviewed a Longmorn 16, but I think it's older than that. I think I've done the old Longmorn. There's two, if I remember right, you've got it's like a purple label, bluey purple label on your Longmorn 16. My Longmorn 16 that I've done has the green label. I've not actually tried the new one. I hear it's still nice, but it's not the same. And I think it's, if I remember right, it's 48% ABV. So yeah, Longmorn. I've actually just looked. I found a sample here, Mr. Slinger's. The last sample I've got left from Mr. Slinger. I can always tell his because they've got blue tapes on them. I've got a Longmorn 15 2002 Signatory bourbon barrel. That's the last of his samples that I've got left to try. I actually checked out, guys. I've got over 300 samples kicking around here, right? And I looked tonight to see if I had any I keep saying Bowmore, any Benromach samples. And I think the thing is, I think Mark sent me a couple of Benromachs. I think some other guys have sent me some Benromachs, but I don't tend to find any Benromach samples in here. They seem to get downed as soon as I get them. Yes, I know what it is. Macallan at Fine and Rare. You are right. I am impatient, but I appreciate your thoughts, both neat and with a drop of. Yeah, I tend not to do a lot of water, Sandro. So you're going to force me into doing something which is I'm quite happy to do, my friend, because I've got all the time in the world. As long as you've got all the time in the world, I've got all the time in the world. Yeah, no, Doc's saying it there. Look, there, old one. I've got a couple of bottles of the old one. I've never ever purchased the new one, to be fair. And I think if I remember right, the first time I ever met the Doc, Macallan, Fine and Rare, is I arranged with Roy to meet Roy at Deanston because Roy found it tough to find. I think one of Roy's favourite bottles was that original Longmorn 16, the green bottle one. And I managed to pick up, I had a spare one kicking around, and I managed to arrange to meet Roy at Deanston and give him that bottle, well, sell him that bottle. And we arranged to meet there, and I think at the same time I met Macallan, Fine and Rare. You're right, Doc. Doc, you're right, mate. There's too many, man. I can't get through them all. There's so much. I even planned to do a sample Saturday, sample Sunday video, but they're too good. There's so much good stuff in here that I don't know how I can make it worthwhile in a video. They're too much for a 5-10 minute video. Sample videos tend to be 5-10 minutes, but a lot of the whiskies I'm getting sent are like, 30-year-old, Glendronachs and, 25-year-old Doonthehatch. There's so much good whiskey in there. Lots of single cask Glenallachys and special Arons, and there's all sort of long. I've got the one I'm really, really dying to try, but I swore to. I don't know if Gabe's in tonight or he's watching. I've got an Ardmore 24 here, which I'm really, really dying to do. I don't know what to do with it, but it's a 1996 Ardmore by Gordon and MacPhail, same guys with Benromach, and it's a refill sherry, and it's 52% ABV. I always keep threatening with Gabe that I'll just down it on a live stream, but I need to find the right time to let that one come out. No, Doc, I don't. I'm only down to 2 bottles now. I've drunk 2 bottles of it, mate. I'm sure I might have one here. Let's have a look. Have I got one here? That's all my empties down there. No, I don't think I have, Doc, but yeah, I've got 2 left. I've never bought the new one. I don't know why it is, but that's correct. Purple box, label, 48%, very fruit forward, nose, palate, mouthfeel, decent finish. Yes, I think it's decent, Greg. I don't think it's a bad whiskey. I think it's a Longmorn. I think I've got another Longmorn here actually. So I've got a Longmorn, just to give you an idea of some of the samples I have here, guys. Got a Longmorn 18. This is a Chalton whiskey. Bourbon barrel, 51.1% ABV. This is the kind of quality I've got sent. Just to give you an idea. Port Charlotte MCR 01. Benromach, 23-year-old Benromach from a hogshead, distilled in 1997. Again, that's a Chalton whiskey as well. Let's have a look. I've got some crazy ones here. Got a Blair Athol 10 wine barrique. I've got so much good stuff, guys. Compass box, no name, number 2. Fantastic sample of that. But honestly, there's so much stuff. Just a quick one going back to what I did when I visited Scotland. I picked one of these up, SMWS. This almost tempted me to join the SMWS because I picked this 9-year-old up, mechanic strolling by the sea. If you check out my last live stream, the Texas live stream, I did bring this one up, 61.1. But the difference with this one, this was exclusive to America. And what they've done with this one now in the Queen Street in Edinburgh, they've stuck this into another cask, an Oloroso cask, for another 2 years. And it's absolutely incredible. I wish I bought 2 bottles of this when I was there. I've even contacted them to see if there's any left, and there's nothing left. So, fantastic. Let's have a look. Okay, introducing. Thanks for sharing your thoughts. Macallan. Yeah, he remembers meeting up. I think I gave you some samples, Doc. Have you tried them samples, mate? Have you still got them? I think I remember one of the ones I was quite chuffed at giving you was we did the Kilkerran work in progress. I think it was a sherry one in there. I'm sure I gave you the sherry one. Love to know if you ever tried it and what you thought of it. Did you ever try the Benromach distillery exclusive I handed you in Glasgow? Funnily enough, I think I might have it here. I've got a couple here, man. Oh, listen. Let me finish this peat smoke. I'm jumping the gun here, man. I'll come back. Remind me again in 5 seconds, mate, if I'm no look. How you doing? Too slow. How you doing, Rob? Are you okay, mate? Nice to see you in, buddy. What are you drinking? Have you tried any Benromach? Have you ever tried Benromach? If you haven't, Rob, you should check it out, mate. This is real. I think if you're a peat lover, then there you're going down now the Benromach peaty route. Wow. But it's always say this with peat. Sometimes I get pungent peat. I get kind of real frothy, pungy, particularly with the higher ABVs. But this is so fresh and fruity and light and interesting, spicy. I think the characteristics of Benromach is there's definitely fruit and spice in there. Wow, so nice. But it's not. I know again, it's peat smoke, but this is classed as one of them heavily peated. It's in the same kind of category. If you like the Port Charlotte heavily peated, then I think you'll love this. If you like the Kilkerran heavily peated, then I'm sure you'll love this as well. But this is great. It's got it's distilled in 2009, bottled in 2020, so it could be 10, 11-year-old. 46% non-chill filtered natural colour. And you can see the colour now. You can definitely see it's natural. But let's have a sip. Okay. So much spice. Again, it's hot, peppery, ginger, sooty. It's definitely now you're into the smoke. The smoke's more dominant. There's fruit and vanilla and stuff in there, but it's definitely more smoky, more peaty. If this was somebody trying to get in that step into peat, this would be perfect for that. Definitely perfect. It's our Big 10 category. It's in there, that same thing as our Big 10. Lashig 10. It's that kind of in that market. The price point, I think it's a wee bit more expensive, funnily enough. It's in that kind of £50 price point. When you look at our Big 10, it kind of £40-50. When you look at Lashig at 38 to 40, 35 to 45, then I think the better value might be Lashig with this. Both non-chill filtered, natural colour. And I think that's where these ones now are kind of, it's maybe losing its value a wee bit more because it's still fantastic, peaty, smoky whiskey. But it's into a category now where there's other things in there. Port Charlottes, Lashigs, Ardbegs. So that's the market it's in now. It's Sandro, it's 42 ppms. 42 ppm, that's the kind of level with this. Doc, let me let you say, man. I honestly, the whole thing for me, I don't know. Listen, I don't want to get into the Ralphie thing, right? But for me, it's about enjoying the whiskey, right? Everybody always says enjoy the whiskey the way you want to enjoy your whiskey, right? So if you want to have a few, as you say, then have a few. I tend to, Ralphie's doing the reviews, and I'm pretty sure Ralphie has spent 2 weeks with that whiskey. So he probably knows it inside out. So everything's there down in his notes. He knows exactly what he's going to say. So then he can do his review and look as if he's just sipping, all that kind of stuff, which is great. That's no for me. I'd rather just do it as it is. No, you're right. don't worry. Don't worry, mate. I still drink responsibly. Honestly, Doc, I probably drink 3 nights a week, max. I don't drink all the time. When I do drink, it looks as if I'm battering it and I'm diving into it, which that for me is what my fun is. That's my whole thing is, yes, I'm still responsible. I promote responsible drinking, but I like a nice whiskey. And Ralphie's not doing live streams. If Ralphie was doing a live streams, man, then he would just sip away. Hopefully he would be down in some stuff. Haha, so true. Okay. No, the Doc's always true, man. They're always distillery exclusives in the distillery shop. I took one down to Alan when we had that first gathering. It was first full bourbon. Okay, I'm going to try and find which one I've got here, Mark. I think that, listen, guys, this, I'm pretty sure I paid around £50-55 for this one, which is probably, that's up there within the cask strength price point. So if you love peat, then I'd say buy this peat smoke. 55 quid. You can buy the cask strength for around about the 55 quid. Not as much smoke, but there's smoke there. I think there's a wee bit more complexity in the cask strength. We always like a bit of ABV. You can always play around with the water. So I think the downside tonight with a peat smoke is there's other whiskies in that price point that I would probably recommend before this Benromach. I'd probably go Ardbeg 10, definitely. I'd probably say Lashig 10, definitely 38, 40 pounds. What's the others in that kind of Port Charlotte 10? That's in this, that's less than this as well. So they're in that heavily peated range. Again, natural colour, non-chill filtered. So there's lots in there which fit that bottle. So this probably makes this bottle probably the most expensive peat smoke one around. So that's where my thoughts would be. If you want to try something, try Lashig 10, try Port Charlotte 10, try Ardbeg 10. This fits into that category. If you want the slightly little bit more complex, then I'd go to cast strength Benromach all day long. If I was buying the peat smoke or the cast strength, I'd buy the cast strength. That's where I'd be there. I think the Yankees back in again. I don't know if he's woke back up. He's in a second wind. Okay, let's send this down 3 nights. There we go. There we go. 3 nights a week, 10 grams each. Yeah, it's probably right, but when I'm doing a video, this is the problem I have, right? When I'm reviewing something, then I might spend a few nights a week with it. So I might try a couple that night, might try a couple the next night. But I'm not doing much in between. That's why I tend to have a lot of open bottles that when I've reviewed them, I think, wow, I've not went back to that for 6 months because I'm onto something else. And that's the problem. And that's the problem that I have when you're on YouTube and you're reviewing whiskey. You're going to have lots of bottles, you're going to have lots of open whiskey, and you're going to have lots that you've not went back to. But where I tend to go through those bottles is I tend to share them out. So if I've not went back to it, I've shared it. I might share it out as a group share. I may send it out as a tasting. I'm sending 6 to America or 12 to America or whatever. And that's where I tend to do. If I'm not going back to them, then I'm definitely sharing them. So as always, guys, you know the fact is the pleasure is in the sharing. Okay. He knew it. I knew it. I don't drink that much, to be honest, man. Alan does not sip. He sends it, didn't it? Oh, there we go. Well done. Well done, Bart, man. You keep that You keep that Macallan fine and rare right, man. So just on that note, guys, I'm going to finish up on the heavily peated peat smoke contrasts. Don't think it's the best value out there on the market, but it's certainly worth picking up. Glad to see that Benromach now are stating that it's non-chill filtered natural colour. I'd love to know who's on Facebook because that Facebook guy, hopefully he's still showing us he's still here. So drop me a note on Facebook. Let me know who it is. I might check my phone to see if I can see who it is. Let me have a wee look. I'm interested now. What about Benromach? Oh, yeah. See Benromach. It's a distillery I've not done much with. I've done the sherry Benromach. Or is it like... No, I don't think it's like Bowmore. I think Benromach's okay. It's part of the Glendronach stable, so I'm pretty sure. I'm not too sure if Benromach is now if that's doing the no chill filtering thing as well, but I know it's what's the word I'm looking for? I'm trying to think of the owners now of Glendronach. I've just gone right off my top of my head. I'm too busy thinking about sherry and peat and all sorts. How you doing, Frank? Nice to see you, buddy. I've just been sipping on this Benromach peat smoke. Don't know if you've tried it. It's lovely. I've done a few Benromachs beforehand, and they're all smoky and fruity and all that jazz. Typical kind of Speysides. As you go into the cast strength ones, are a bit more funky. This peat smoke one, I'm loving it, but I think there's better value out there. I think the Ardbeg 10's probably a better buy. I think the Lashig 10's definitely a better buy. But if you want to try some Benromach and support Benromach, then I don't think you'd be disappointed. You're probably going to pay about £50 to £55 for this peat smoke one. Heavily peated, but it's not all about the peat. There's definitely beautiful vanillas and smoky and little malty character in there. Definitely spicy. Lovely stuff. But I'm going to send this one down the hatch and I'm going to find a distillery only. And I hope it's the one that Mr. Slinger's talking about. Brown Foreman. Yeah, well done, Greg. Hate fucking Brown Foreman, man. Hate them with a passion. Just going back to that Brown Foreman. I loved Glendronach. You can see, guys, there's Glendronach all over here. Love them. They changed my world. They changed my life. I went from a collector to a pisshead, if you want to say it. But that was Glendronach. And I've not bought, since they made that announcement, I've not bought a Glendronach since. But that's gone back to an old, oops, too late. Not tried Benromach yet. It's still bucket list and not in the cabinet yet. Frank, there's lots of Benromach that won't break the bank. I think if I was going to recommend something to you, it'd be to start off with a 10. Listen, you're way down your journey, so the 10 might be a wee bit light, but certainly had the cash strengths. We've just done the 100 proof, 57% ABV. I don't think you can buy them anymore. I think they're auction whiskey. But certainly the cask strengths are definitely up your road, mate. If you want to try a cask strength, absolutely wonderful. I'd try some bit. It's worth a punt. My opinion, it's definitely worth a punt. Dive in, check it out, see what's going on. If you like it, great. If you don't, it's not going to break the bank. Frank, if you buy a bottle and you don't like it, I'll buy it back off you, mate. That's how confident I am. You like Benromach. No colour, no chill filtering for it, Benromach. It seems, Alan. No, that's cool. So, that begs the question: why do it? And Premium and Glenglassaugh is the same because they own Glenglassaugh as well. So, it beggars belief why they would do it on the Glendronach. That's the big issue. Just seeing what you're up to. Yeah, okay. Right, let's find a single cask. So I've got a few here. I don't know. I can't remember which one Mark sent me or they brought me, but I've got one here. Mark, which one is it? Is it the sherry one? I've got a bourbon one here. I've got 2 or 3 of them. (2005) bottle, 2018. Refill. First fill sherry hogshead. Big number. 14059315. 57.9% ABV. So I've got that one. I'm going to open one of these up, guys. So. So we have that one. We have another one. Beautiful boxes, man. So this is an Amazon one. This is 2009 bottle, 2017 first fill bourbon, 127 bottles, 61.0 ABV. So let me get rid of that. Bourbon one. Okay, so bourbon one, but I prefer the sherry one. Okay, no, I've got both. So that's the two of them, sherry and the bourbon. I have a third one, which might come into play. Think you might like this one. If Sandro's still in, Sandro might like this one, man. Because this was first fill bourbon. Again, oh, that's the wrong one. That's the, let's have a look. Amazon. Oh yeah, I've got here. Sandro, I have a Milano Whiskey Festival. This is particularly for the Milano Whiskey Festival, right? Bottle 2008, sorry, distilled 2008, bottle 2017, 235 bottles, 60.3% ABV. So I've got three of them. So it's over to you guys in the chat. Which should I open? I've got two bourbon ones and I've got a sherry one. So I'm going to open one of them. I've got a Milano, I've got an Amazon, and I've got a sherry. They're all round about 2017, 9, that's about 9 years old. 9 years old, 8, 9, they're all about 9 years old, guys. And 2000, hold on a minute, guys. The sherry one is 2005 to 2018. That's probably I'm probably thinking that's maybe a 12 or 13-year-old Benromach. I think that's the sherry one. So over to you guys. What do you think? Sherry. Oh, bourbon. So you guys are going to choose which one to open. I'm going to open one of them. So is it going to be the 13-year-old sherry? Is it going to be the, I've got two 9-year-old bourbons. Got a Milano one. Oh, I'm thinking sherry, man, but I'll leave it to you guys. Definitely sherry, sherry, sherry. Open, wow. Sherry, oh, sherry, man. No idea, sherry. Thought you're all bourbon lovers, man. Eh? But I'm happy to do the sherry one, lads. Let's get rid of this, man. I've never seen so many Benromach bottles on my shelf. I didn't know I had this many Benromachs. But let's do the sherry. 57.9. Okay. Let's do this one, guys. It's this one. Oh no, peat, bourbon, sherry, Milano. Yeah, no, I think the Milano one's getting outvoted. I think everybody knows I love sherry, man. So I think they'll probably get more from the sherry. I see this one is a wee bit older as well. So this is probably the oldest. It's still distillery exclusive, this one. So this is probably the oldest Benromach that I've drunk. 2005, 2018. So it's probably 13-year-old Benromach. Oh, I hope this is dirty, man. Hope this. Pray to God this is dirty. Oh, what a pop. Okay, let's get ready for this. Wow, that's 2 hours and 29. How quickly is that 2 hours and 29 hours? 22 hours and 29 minutes flown, guys. That's flown. I'm still showing this one guy on Facebook, man. So props to whoever it is. I'm going to see if I can have a look. Bear with me, guys. Just refill your glasses, guys. We'll have a look. Can't find it. But no worries. I'll check it out tomorrow. Let's have a look. Speaking of sherry, I recently convinced a guy to try PX sherry, and still thanks me for the. Doc, sherry's awesome, man. I think sherry and whiskey, they go hand in hand. I think they're fantastic. I think some guys have sent me some sherry just to try some sherry. I've never done sherry on its own. I always saw it as maybe an old person's drink sherry and they'll have a little dry sherry or whatever. But I think if I remember right, Neil at the Whiskey Trials, if you've not checked out Neil at Whiskey Trials, guys, go over and check him out. He sent me a Oloroso, just purely Oloroso, kind of, I think it was a 25-year-old Oloroso. And it was as dark as hell. Who we got here? Got the man, Richie Z. Have you ever been to Benromach? I visited them in 2000. They are very No. It's like what I'm saying, Eric. I think you've come in, but I think originally when we started, I think the whole emphasis of this was let me pour this. Let me get a glug. This is the third glug in it, maybe the fourth glug tonight. I've opened 4 bottles tonight, so let me pour that one, cover it up. Eric, you're right. We've always described this one as maybe the Springbank of Speyside. What I've found tonight, doing all these, I didn't realise I had so many Benromach whiskies on my shelf. And what I think I've realised, as they get the higher ABVs, they tend to get more funky, they get more kind of Springbank-esque. So I can understand why they're kind of associated with Springbank. That funky note's there. But that beauty, it's not all about the funk. There's other things going on. There's the beautiful first fill. The higher the ABVs they go, they tend to be non-chill filtered and natural colour and all that kind of stuff, which is great. But absolutely wonderful. Eric, I'm quite happy, mate. If you want to drop in and have a wee chat with me, I'd love to talk to you, mate. No pressure. Let's have a look. Let's see if I can do that. Let's have a look. Let's see if I can play around here. Oh, I've got a problem here. I should have done this earlier, but I don't know if you're busy, Eric, but if you're not, dive in. This is going to be much easier to get a hold of than Springbank. That's the... Wow, this has been a real nightmare, man. I'm getting that kind of sherry one a wee bit. Do you know this, guys? I'm not being daft. I'm getting a wee bit of a chance to kind of open up in the glass. I'm hoping it's going to be as dirty as hell. think I've done it now. Eric, we fancy it? I'm not planning to be on all night, mate. So if you want to dive in, jump in there, buddy. I've just popped it into the chat. If you feel like coming in, having a chat, then great. I don't know what you're up to. Oh, how you doing, Gary? Nice to see you, mate. 2011 Benromach cast strength. Wow, so there's some Benromach guys in there. Gary, I can't see why people say spring. I can see why. Yeah. I can see why it's Springbank of Speyside, though they're really different drams. Maybe there's more terms of their style of production. No, I think Gary, in terms of production, I think they're pretty much. I know Springbank bottle it and everything. They do the whole thing from start to finish, but I think I can see where and the actual tasting of whiskey, I can see why they're compared. Because I think when you drop up the ABVs, then I think it becomes more Springbank-like. And I think that's fantastic. Nice to see you, Wayne. How you doing, Wayne? Do you know why Springbank's so rare these days? Well, circumstances. No, I think Springbank is only going to get worse, mate. I think there's such demand. It's heading down the Macallan route. I think it's becoming so collectible. Even even Kilkerran 12 is, when it gets released, it's instantly sold out. I think when the Springbank 10 now is getting released, it's instantly sold out. I think the Springbank 10, the Kilkerran 12, even the Kilkerran 16, I think when they came out, you could still, a few weeks later, pick a bottle up. I think the Springbank 12, you pretty much could pick a bottle up. I think now it's almost impossible to pick them up. So I think it's getting tougher and tougher. I think we need to stop getting hooked up on Springbank. Stop getting hooked up on FOMO. Let's find alternatives. And I think purely, guys, if there's anything you can pick up from these live streams, it's finding alternatives. And I think I think that's where we are. I think Benromach is definitely an alternative. Is it as good as Springbank? We're not saying it's as good, but we're saying, yes, it's a whiskey you can pick up for 35, 40 pounds. Cash strength, 50, 55 pounds. Awesome. Benromach and Springbank are very similar in production. No computers, no. No, you're right. They've produced that. When I said at the very beginning, guys, that they've reconstructed that distillery to produce it, that one guy one person could run it. Everybody automatically thinks that it's automated, it's computerized. It's not. It's traditionally run. I don't think there's a computer in the place. I think it's very, very different. I think it's very, very unique. I think it's very unique, like Springbank. I think it's so. The Stillman, I think when I read, if the Stillman doesn't think the whiskey's ready, it doesn't get produced. It just gets set back. And when he thinks it's ready, absolutely fantastic. I don't know if that's Sandro getting off. Ciao, Sandro. No. Okay, Andre. That's a whole new live stream. I think Springbank whiskey's awesome. I think everybody would admit that Springbank's awesome. And then when you relate it to what you're paying for it, then it becomes this where the FOMO kicks in. The FOMO kicks in that I have to get that Springbank 12. Springbank 12 comes out probably around about £60 a bottle. But if you were to pick it up at secondary, it's probably going to cost you 100 quid, 120 quid. So it's almost double the money. And that's where it becomes a problem. Even the Springbank 10 now, it's a 35 to 45 pound bottle. But if you don't get it instantly on retail, I think you're going to pay 60, 70 quid more. So that's where the problem is with that. Please clearly differentiate between what Springbank charges and what prices on the secondary, like local barley, £86. Yeah, no, Doc, I've seen a local barley go for £2.5 grand, mate. That's how bad it's been. So it says £86, but it's like Macallan. I've got, guys, you probably know if you've watched me regular, I have a Macallan editions. They were all about 79, 89, 99 pounds a bottle, but they're all crazy. I think I've seen on, Whiskey Barrel, I think I've seen the Macallan one advertised at £3,000. So it's mad, crazy secondary prices. Don't get involved now. If you want to avoid those secondary prices, and I think Springbank are going to take you down that road because there's such demand for Springbank that just check out Benromach, man. Buy a bottle of Benromach and you won't be disappointed. Okay, proper, man. Springbank 10 on sale at House of Brewer, near Port, £67. I politely declined and insisted, picked up at Douglas Lang. No, that house, Hamish, that House of Brewer, man, I dropped in there and I couldn't believe some of the prices. I've seen an Edredore Caledonia on £100. And I thought, the prices, that Springbank 10 at 67, that's probably a decent price for them. But when you think the Caledonia at 100, I think it's crazy, crazy money. I know everybody loves that House of Brewer. It's just a tourist trap, in my opinion. Hazelburn, missed one there, Gary. Let me just check that, see if I can go back and check what's going on. Springbank, Longrow, Hazelburn are fantastic for the most part. No, I think they're great, but Gary, I think everything has a price point. I think when you get Hazelburn 10 at £40, £45, then it's great. But when you have to pay £50 and £60 and £70 to get it, then it's not so great. I think it that's where Springbank gets priced out then. And that's where the FOMO kicks in. I think you're going to spend £70 to try Hazelburn 10, and you could pick up this Benromach 10, and it's equally as good. You've got fantastic quality. It's 2.5, must have been old, 16 old. Doc, there's that many old barleys on the market. I think every single local barley that's being sold is coming onto auction. I don't think any of them are getting opened and popped and drunk and whatever. I tell you, what winds me up is when I go into social media and I see these bottles. I've picked up a local barley, and it's a nice bottle, and it's there as a beautiful picture. They've obviously placed it to show it as a nice picture, but nothing's open. I'd love to see social media just saying open bottle of local barley in a nice glass, and the bottle's there, and that's what I want to see. As soon as I see a Springbank bottle and it's not open, then I just switch off. I don't even open it. If us Scots had changed the Battle of Culloden like they do at the House of Brewer, we'd be at least got a replay. Oh wow, fantastic one. If you want to jump on with Alan and share some wisdom, mate, that's cool. No pressure, Eric. I'm happy if you're there, mate. I'm free if you're not. I'm not planning on being on for like 25 hours, Eric. If you want to just spend 10 minutes, 15 minutes, then great. I started with wine, not of course at your level. You appreciate the Longrow Reds. Love all those ones I've tried so far. But let's go 15. Oh, that's a bottle. That's probably the most. If there was an underrated bottle, that was probably the bottle was the most underrated. The Glen Scotia 15. Oh, wow. I have took my time with it. You've noticed I've took my time with this. But yeah, the Glen Scotia 15. Usually always got a bottle on the shelf, but I've just realised that I was going to plan and do a Glen Scotia night maybe in a couple of weeks. And I don't have a Glen Scotia 15, so I've just ordered a Glen Scotia 15. For the first time in a long time, I haven't had it on the shelf, purely because there's so much whiskey to go through. But let's dive into this. I think this is I'm sure this is the sherry. 13-year-old, first fill. 50, what is it? 57.9. Wow. First fill sherry hogshead. Wow. Plum. Dark fruit. Spice. A little bit orangey. So it's not this one is not as dirty as the cask strength. This is again going back to the kind of 100 proof where it's nice. Yeah, guys, there's a little bit of it. Don't get me wrong, there's a little bit of dirty note on the back, but it's not as dirty as the new cask strength. Spicy, woody, plum, raisin. Wow, it's such nice whiskey, man. It's so creamy, it's so oily. Look at those legs. I don't know if we can pick those legs up, guys, but it's thick, slow. It's such a nice whiskey to nose. Not as prickly. Some of the others been a wee bit more prickle. This is 50 again. It's 57.9, so it's almost cask strength. How you doing, Greg? Nice to see you, mate. How's your elections going? Have you picked your leader yet? Quick hello, as I caught cold at times, I have to give up my headphones, but I'll appear later on, maybe in another live chat. Let's send you. Oh, it's Greg. It's Benromach distillery exclusive. Distilled in 2005, bottled in 2018, one of 322. First fill sherry hogshead. Awesome stuff, man. Awesome. Not as funky, not as dirty as the cask strength, but a wee bit more balanced, a wee bit more kind of. Yeah, there's definitely more balance to this. Wow, wonderful. A little bit. I think lots of the Benromach. One of the characteristics is it's spicy. There's lots of spice kicking around. Wow, super. You know where we're going to send it, folks. We're going to have to send it straight down the hatch. Yeah, there's a little bit of funk. I'm sure if I leave this now for another 10, 15 minutes, the funk will come through. Oh. That has such a kick, guys. The funk is definitely there on the palate. It's smoky. It's funky. It's spicy. Lots of spice. Lots of spicy kick. Again, that Szechuan, that kind of peppery, chili, hot spices. This is one that probably needs a little bit of water, which I'm quite gladly add some water to it. But again, it's one of those, it's got a wee bit more kick, a wee bit more power. No, Greg, I've not I looked at it. I've not bought it yet. I probably will buy one, Greg. But I haven't done it yet. I've not pulled the trigger on that one yet. Doonthehatch, the funk is the way it is. Listen, guys, honestly, if you're new to Benromach, keep it quiet. It's wonderful. It's one of those whiskies that I don't think anybody would be disappointed. Even if you bought the entry level 10-year-old, I think it stacks up against other 10s. It stacks up against anything in that price point. I don't think it lets anybody down. Wow. Doc, it's been a pleasure, mate, having you in. Thank you very much. Have a great time at Limburg. Send lots of pictures, put lots of stuff on Facebook, Instagram, all that kind of stuff. Love to see what's going on. In the Barfly group, pop it all in, mate. Love to see it all. Hope to see you again soon, Doc. Have a good night, mate. Oh, this is awesome again, man. Real nice. Even that, it's got a little bit, that little bit of water. I don't know if you can pick that up, guys, but it's gone really cloudy. So cloudy on that one. Almost looks off again, man. Look at it. In fact, let me try and compare them. I love pouring these comparisons because I end up having to drink them as well. So just to show you what it does with a wee bit of water in it. Hopefully I can pick up on the camera. But that's the where it is, and that's it with some water. So it does go a little bit cloudy with water. Oh, it's so. This is. If you ever drink snake bite, you'll know what it looks like with a snake bite when you see a lager. This looks like a snake bite. 2-3 drops of water in that, and it's just totally transformed it. Wow. It's the nose is even with water now. There's less smoke on the nose. It's a lot of fruit, dried fruit, apricot, bit of vanilla. I know this is a sherry dram, but it's gone very, very. A little bit of dried fruit in the back. Wow, so nice, man. But I can't believe how much that colour's changed. Let's see what the water does. Wow. Spicy. Punchy. Vanilla. Woody. Dried fruit. Stewed fruit. A little bit of fruit going on. Plum. Definitely plum. Not juicy. A bit more dried than juicy. Wow. Fantastic. Coming up for 3 hours, guys. Who's had enough? What have I got left to try? I don't think I've got anything left. I'm not going to open up any more. I think I've opened enough. 4 bottles. So who's all about Glendronach? Who's all about Benromach? Have you tried Benromach before? Have you enjoyed this little live? Wow, so nice, man. Wow, that's different. That now is fruit. Wow, so nice. Guys, I've loved it. What can I say? So much going on in the chat. I know there's still 26. I'm still hoping that Facebook guy, I've got one guy up on Facebook, I'm hoping that's still there the whole way through. If he's fair play if he is. Let's have a look. Sandro is, I will try and find some, Alan. Thanks. Thank you very much for your thoughts. Sandro, please, if you're able to get any Benromach in your market, I would probably say round about the £35 to £40 for the 10-year-old. Don't know what it is in euros. If you're looking the cask strength, maybe $50 to $60, pounds, euros for the cask strength. Any special distillery ones, maybe 80, 90, 100 kind of dollar, pounds, euros. They're certainly worth picking up. What do we find? I'm with you with Benromach is one of the best kept secrets. Or till this point. No, I'm hoping there's only 25 to 40 people been watching this tonight. I don't think it's the end of the world. It probably is. For me, it is the best kept secret. I think, guys, if you can pick up Benromach, it's probably a brand that you've not come across. I came across it very early because it fit my price point, the £30, 10-year-old. I didn't venture though onto the 15s and the organics and the all the different, the 100 proofs, all those kind of things. I probably should have, but I probably got distracted by other things because I was collecting at the time. Now, I would buy anything. I tend to, when I go into an auction site, I tend to look at Benromach. What's Benromach kicking in at? If it's something worthwhile, I'll always put a cheeky bid on Benromach. So it's one of those guys. Greg, I thought I had 3 Benromachs, but I've probably found now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've probably got 10, 11 Benromachs that I never thought that I had. I've got some Benromachs lost in the house that I know that are open, but I can't find them. So that's how much whiskey is indoors. I can't find those bottles. But I'm going to end this tonight, guys. Big thanks. Love it. I'm probably going to try and do it. I'm doing a wee bit more live streaming now than I was. Here's a question. What should I live stream next? Have you got a brand? Glen Scotia? What brand should I do? Aaron? Should I do Glenallachie? Should I do Springbank? Dive into the comments and let me know what you think. Where should we go? Aaron? Longmorn? Got loads of stuff. Loads of stuff to try. Just need you guys to just keep me guided. Let me know what you think. Thoroughly enjoyed this Benromach. Perfectly 3 hours. Coming up bang on time. Going to get off now. I've got a couple of days off now. So I'm going to do some videos, some reviews. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much for this one. If you've loved it, Glenturret. Oh, Glenturret. Oh. I need to buy some, but that's no out of the question. Mike Allen. Yeah, Gary, fantastic, buddy. Nice having you in. I didn't think I'd spend 3 hours, but I knew as soon as I started on Benromach, I was going to do at least 3 hours. Guys, I'm Alan. I'm the Whiskey Friend. As always, the pleasure is in the sharing. Doonthehatch. If you've not checked out Benromach, guys, go and have a look. Check it out. Pick up some bottles. I'm sure you'll love it. Until the next one. All the guys on Facebook, well, I've definitely got one guy on Facebook. If there's more, then thank you very much. I'll check it out on the replay. If you've not hit that subscribe button, guys, before you go, hit the like button, hit the subscribe if you've not. Fantastic. I'm Alan. I'm the Whiskey Friend. Until the next one, pleasure in the sharing. And as always, don't forget to send good whiskey straight down the hatch. Cheers, folks. Cheers now.